Okay, here we are again. We'll let the intro play out, and then we'll get started about a minute after it's done. Sound like a plan? Hopefully, because that's what I'm going to go do. I really should find a different spot to store my water, so I don't have to keep bumping the mic stand every time I put it down. You can put it over here. Hopefully I don't knock it over. Yeah, it'll be fine. Hey, Lifeblood. Welcome. How you doing? You have a job, but you are here. Well, I'm glad you're... Your job for me, unless it's, you know, like a designated work break. I wouldn't want you getting in trouble on my behalf. Oh. I appreciate you being here. Even so. We're gonna let the intro play out, and then after it's done, we'll get started in a little bit. Oh, like it is your job to be here. Okay. Fair enough. I can't say I'll be able to pay you a fair wage. I don't think I'll be able to pay you a wage at all. We don't currently have a budget on the stream because I haven't gotten paid yet. Drum's subscriptions that he gifted the last time might push us over the edge, but it's going to take probably a week or two before I know whether or not that's actually going to be a thing. So I can't say I'll be able to pay you, but I appreciate your dedication to the cause. So, all right, let's pop this bad boy in, wait for the drums to start up, and then we'll go. You would pay to be here? I wouldn't want you to pay to be here. This is not entertainment that is worth pay. Are you crazy? No, but I appreciate it. But yeah, I wouldn't want anybody to pay to be here. I mean, I guess they technically have to pay to be here because they pay their internet bill to be here. But, you know, I wouldn't want anyone to pay extra to be here, I guess is what I'm saying. I wouldn't want it to be pay per view. So, yeah, well, I'm glad you have that much faith in me. I'm glad you have that much confidence in me. I wouldn't want anyone, even if it was quality enough entertainment for people to pay for, I wouldn't want anybody to pay for it. It's just not... I've never really been big on the whole, you know, I have a Patreon, give me money. I have a Ko-Fi, give me money. I mean, I have the option for donations, but... I've never really been big on the idea that I want people to give me money for me to make my stuff. It just puts too much of an extrinsic strain on it, I think. Your intrinsic wanting to do something just because gets muddled with this extrinsic money factor too much when money's involved. And it eventually, depending on the person, it can make it so that you don't feel like doing a thing unless you're making money, and I don't want to do that, so, you know. It is entertainment to pay for, but you cannot, even if you wanted to, you are broke. I understand. I was probably just as broke as you at your age, so I understand how at this point I might be just as broke as you are now, depending on how long I'm out of a job here. I'm between jobs at the moment, but maybe I'll have some luck at some point here. We'll see. But for right now, let's get this started. Let me take a drink and then we'll get started. Of course, even if I don't have a job, Sniper's catching all these shadow Pokemon like it was his job, which it was. He caught Pokemon before this, so shadow Pokemon, maybe not so much, but he's catching them like it's his job. We're already over a third of the way done with them, but I did find out that I was working with some misinformation since the last time, and I'll tell you about it in just a moment. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Pokémon Colosseum, the Stream Edition. As you can see, since last time, I did a little bit of training with Plusle and with Croconaw as well, but we got to talk about Croconaw in a second here, because that's part of the misinformation. So Plusle's now level 33. I gave him the experience share, but I think I'm going to take it away from him because, excuse me, he's technically considered a traded Pokemon, so he earns boosted experience. So I think I'm going to take that from him for now. Eventually we'll want to give it to someone else, but Espeon and Umbreon only gained about 1 level each. It really wasn't a huge deal in terms of their experience gain. Umbreon's doing pretty good, got those high defenses. Also got Feint Attack, which will come in very handy for something that we're going to do today, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Espeon didn't learn anything new, but I think, if I remember right, yeah, I gained like 6 special attack from one of the level ups because I was training at special attack EVs on Divel's Pokemon so much, so... I am everybody. I am the world. Maybe right now. But yeah, other than that, not a whole lot's happened. Sudowoodo and Swablu, I think, are the only Shadow Pokemon we have left that are not fully done with their heart gauge. But I found out something about Shadow Pokemon, and I'd like to correct a statement that I made before, because it's going to cause us to do a bit of an audible here. As it turns out, I was under the impression that Shadow Pokemon start to earn EVs once their nature is revealed, which means once their bar is down by 40%. As it turns out, Shadow Pokemon cannot earn any EVs at all until they are fully purified. And we still don't know how to do that, which means that all that EV training that I was trying to do to turn Croconaw into a Water-type Alakazam, yeah, null and void. He got none of those EVs. He just kind of hung out there with Plusle and got a whole bunch of experience that mostly went to Plusle anyway. So I'm not going to call it a wash, because I got Plusle to a workable level now. But I am going to take this opportunity to call a bit of an audible on my team, because this Croconaw is pissing me off, let's just say, because I've been desperately trying so badly to make it work, and it has done everything in its power, including the misinformation that I have to tell me, no, you can't do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch my water type, I'm going to call an audible mid-playthrough, and say, Quillfish, you're my new water type. Have fun. So we'll see how Quillfish does. It's actually got, I mean, it's got a gentle nature, so it's not something that counteracts its stats. It's got decent enough special attack to work things out. I gave it back its Poison Barb. Not that it's really going to use it for much, because it's not going to be using Surf in this section really all that much. And I took the Mystic Water away from Croconaw, and I'm going to give it to Quillfish when he's done with it. But we're going to keep the Macho Brace for now, because, well, I'm going to have to EV train Quillfish once we get him all the way up on purification and, you know, completely purified. But that's why we're here in Agate Village. By the way, I'm meeting you back here in Agate Village, because we need to find out how we can undo the final lock for our Shadow Pokemon, and that's what we're going to do. But I'm going to go collect a berry while I'm at it, because this guy gives you berries every day, so... I really did just bully some dude for practically nothing, yeah, I know. Croconaw got absolutely zilch out of that, other than the experience that he got, but he only got, like, maybe 150 experience per battle. So that's, I mean, it's still 42 battles worth of experience, but not really a whole lot. So... Another Rossberry. Okay, thank you. I'll take it. That's Burn Heals I don't need to get. Oh, I sold all the other excess items, the Burn Heals and all that, Ice Heals and all that stuff, because I don't think we're going to need them. So I just sold them off to keep my inventory a little bit lower. So, the other thing, by the way, is that I also didn't really earn a whole ton of money from this whole grinding session that got Plusle up to level 33. I'm at about 20,000, which is a little more than I had before. But, the daycare lady works fast, and I do mean fast. Like, I went and did a few of the battles. I think I did about a third of the battles that I wanted to go do for the EV training, quote-unquote. And I came back here, I had put Quillfish in here to do daycare stuff, because gentle nature works well with the daycare. And she asked me for, like, $3,000 to get him back. I'm like, Jesus Christ, lady, what did you do? So she works fast. Like, really, really fast. Like, if you're gonna put them in the daycare, you should probably just run in circles around Agate Village. That kind of fast. So, if you're gonna use the daycare for your Pokemon to get their heart gauge, get the shadow off their heart gauge, you should probably be careful, because it can very quickly turn into a bit of a train wreck for your wallet. So, I had to pay like $7,000 total to get back Skiploom, Misdreavus, and Quillfish from her. It was freaking ridiculous. Oh, yeah, the slow clap, uh-huh. Good work. Nice job breaking it, hero. Let's continue with the story, now that I've explained my sob story for the day. Woe is me, my EV training did not pay off. Okay, so, looks like we found Nora's grandparents. Wonder where her parents are. Maybe she's from, like, a different region and they're not around here. Well, you should have been worried. I mean, she was late getting here. Who just goes and sees their grandparents and says, yeah, I was abducted. Like, I feel like they would have more of a reaction to that, you know? Other than this. You're welcome, no problem, but, like, yeah, I would think you would have, like, jumped out of your chairs and be like, you were abducted? What? Well, you see she has psychic powers. Well, not really psychic, but she has shadow powers, something like that. Bit of a long story. I mean, you're sitting down. Do you have time for us to explain it? Probably not, because as with most JRPGs, when we manage to get all of the bad stuff happening to us down to the point where it's pretty peaceful in the game, it lasts about 5 seconds before something serious happens, so... Uh-oh. Well, that could be a bit of a problem. He's pretty quick for an old dude. I mean, yeah, that's understandable. Okay, Nora, we should probably go make sure he's gonna be alright, because, you know, he's older, so let's make sure he's still fit for battle. Of course, the trainer's age isn't really that big of a deal. It's mostly the Pokemon's age that you gotta worry about. I mean, he probably could. He ran all the way out the door like his pants were on fire. Stop, drop, and roll, Egan. Particularly in the water here. A track meet for the old folks. Oh, God. But anyway, we couldn't come through here before, but since the guy got shoved aside, now we can actually go through here, and I am good to go on my team. We're going to let Plusle and Quillfish handle a little bit, because why not? Yeah, who would have expected that there'd be trouble, and it's exactly who we thought it would be. Cypher is in the Relic Forest, and that's a bit of a problem. Well, then you shouldn't let down your guard. But even if you keep your guard up for this one, it's not going to help you. Just saying. Well, that looks like 2 water types. Alright, Plusle, let's see what you can do. He can do a lot. I made sure he could do a lot myself when I trained him. So, let's see. Carvana's got higher offense, I guess. Probably it doesn't matter. Probably just one-shot both of them. So I'm just gonna do that, and I'm gonna use my Poison Barbed Quillfish with Poison Sting. It's a 15 base power move, so it won't do a whole lot, but yeah, it's fine. Get him, Plusle! Yeah, there you go. Didn't even stand a chance. And yeah, like I said before, he's considered a traded Pokemon, so he'll always gain boosted experience when you fight things. Gotta be a little careful with that, because he might get a little too strong later, and by that I mean... basically, I want to make sure that he doesn't get above level 50, along with the rest of my team. I don't want the rest of my team getting above level 50 before a certain point, because it'll save us a little bit of grinding later if we can manage to get them all to 50, nice and neat at about the same time. That would be pretty good. We'll see how it works. She should just not fight so she can't lose. Boy, that would be smart. Guess what Cypher peons are not? Oh boy. So that's where they got the infamous line in the next game. Well, part of it, anyway. Alright, well that worked pretty good. Plusle and Quillfish are a pretty decent team, so I'll let them keep going. They can probably handle things until we get to the end of the forest here, and then I'll want to swap for Espeon and Umbreon. I'll also probably want to go back and heal before I go through the door up here, but, you know. Oh, good. 2 grass types that I can definitely use Poison Sting on to beat the hell out of. That'll work. Alright, so let's get rid of Cacnea first. I should be able to get rid of it with Spark Poison Sting combo. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, it doesn't have that high of defenses, I guess. Maybe I won't. It's going to depend on this Poison Sting, I guess. Yeah, not quite. That's okay, though. Poison Sting has a pretty high chance to poison the opponent, though. If I remember right, it's got like a 30% chance, so you'll get some residual damage off of it. It's not too bad. Yeah, dead plant rooting, something like that. Like dead man walking, except less feet. There you go. Yeah, Plus will also learn Spark at level 19, and that's probably going to be its go-to electric attack for quite some time. It's a little bit of a grind to get the TM for Thunderbolt in this game. They don't just hand it to you like they do in some of the other games in the series. So, we'll see what we can do to get it, but there's a few other things I'd like to get that are a little bit of a higher priority than getting Thunderbolt, because we've already got access to an electric move, it's just not as strong. Meanwhile, the other two TMs I want to get, we don't have access to those types of moves on the team I want to get, so... Give him a hand, Plusle! There we go, almost there. One of the things I think would be kind of interesting and cool is if, when they use the Helping Hand move, if there was like a smash cut of some kind when, like, let's say I use Helping Hand here so Poison Sting can deal more damage. So it has this animation play, and then when Qwilfish used Poison Sting, it just like smash cut, and so they're both on the screen at the same time and they both play an animation to shoot out Poison Sting. I know Plusle can't learn Poison Sting, but it would be cooler than what it does here, where it's just like, well, it gave him a buff where he has a one-time 50% boost to his damage. It's fine the way it is, but it would be, I think it'd be more interesting and more dynamic if it showed them actually helping them do the attack, you know? Like I said, it's fine the way it is, it's just not as dynamic as it could be. Well, we're kicking Cypher's butt left, right, and center here. I think I'm going to top off Qwilfish before we keep going, though, because I think the next battle has a few Pokemon that can do a little bit of a number on him, but that's fine. Uh-oh. It's dropping from the ceiling on me now. Alright, well, we'll take care of her. We'll go back and heal. And once we're done with that, we will head through this gateway up above us. This opening in the tree roots. We'll see what we can do inside of the heart of the Relic Forest. This Egan seems to have already beat his way here, so... Let's see. We could probably almost KO everything here with a helping-handed Surf. Probably get a 2-hit KO, at the very least. Now, the difference between Qwilfish and Croconaw is that Qwilfish will not get Rain Dance when it becomes purified, whereas Croconaw does. So, we're going to need to find Rain Dance from somewhere else. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to go get, so we'll do that in a little bit. Yeah, see, we even KO'd the Maltoy, we just didn't KO the Ralts, but Ralts is pretty well almost done, so... I can handle the rest of it. And they didn't even hit the right person for getting a super effective hit with Confusion there. Can you imagine if this was like SMT, and when you hit the opponent with a super effective move, you got a press turn or something? Or even like in Persona, where you got a one more. That would be a little bad. Okay, well, that gets rid of Curlia. See, Surf isn't doing too bad for us, even though its power is split in double battles, but it's still not doing too bad. I don't even have a Mystic Water on, so... But trust me when I say, once we put the Mystic Water on, and we put the, put up Rain Dance, and we put up Helping Hand, oh man. Not many things are going to like that. So. And Plusle got to level 34, that's pretty good. Qwilfish will probably get there itself after we purify it, so. Yeah, competitive play would like to have a word with you. The one more system would probably destroy competitive. It would turn it on its head, that's for sure. Oh boy. Can you imagine like a metagamed Persona game? Oh my god. There would be some serious shit going on in that one. But I don't think that I would want Game Freak to do a metagame Persona game. I don't know if they could handle it, to be honest with you. Alright, so we're topped off. I'm going to save as well before we go through the door, and I'm also going to put Espeon and Umbreon out front. So, how are you two doing anyway? You're still a little bit of a ways away, and you're almost there. For Lonely, there's actually... walking with the Pokemon is actually one of the better methods when they have a lonely nature, to giving them some extra... an extra boost to their bar, so... Do I want to put away the experience share yet? I don't think so. I think I'm going to use it, actually, so I think I'll hold on to it for now. But let's save. And then we'll head into the forest, and we'll see if we can help Egan out. I think that's the most nature-looking Pokemon Center. Yeah, it definitely has, like, a... I don't know, to me it almost looks like a log cabin-y type of a thing, although there's no logs in here, but that's the feeling that I get from it, so... It definitely looks like it uses natural materials, so, like, it's environmentally friendly. It's not made from, like, man-made structures. It's using the stone and stuff that's around here to make it, so... Environmental architecture is a very good thing, and usually it's more effective for the environment that you're in than, well, the other forms of architecture, so... Do I need a Mystic Water on you now? I think I'm going to put it on you now. Just because. I don't need the Poison Barb anymore for basically the rest of the game, I don't think. Because, I mean, we'll use Poison Sting occasionally, but I don't think I'll be using it for very much else. Surf just does better in most cases in this game, so I think we'll just use that instead. And I think we're good. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what we got in here. Well, it looks like Egan is picking a fight, so... Uh-oh. Is he losing a fight? Oh, maybe he's just too old. Again, I don't think it should matter. The only thing that should matter is his Pokemon's age, but I guess if he's using Pokemon he's had for a while, it would make sense. That he's having a bit of a problem. That would be on a need-to-know basis, Egan, and you definitely don't need to know. Not that it matters. What does matter is that y'all get the hell out of Agate Village, so... Oh, really? Wow. Well, fair enough. Well, let's see what they can do then, shall we? His name is Scrub. Oh, god damn it. You guys knew what you were doing when you came up with some of these names, didn't you? Don't take the name seriously, though. He's actually pretty challenging in some cases, mostly because of this Hitmontop here. We'll see what we can do. I would think Egan would be okay in this battle, considering he has a 12-level advantage on this Hitmontop, but it looks like he ran out of Thunderbolt power points on the way here, because all he can use is his Quick Attack. That's not so good. At least he staticked him. That's pretty good. Wonder what happens if it gets paralyzed right here. Ooh, nice crit. Oh, it didn't, so... Like, because basically, the battle ends after 2 turns, normally, because Pikachu faints. But if it got staticked there, is there a possibility that Pikachu could win? That would be what I would wonder. I've never had it actually happen in all the times I've played this game, but... Well, apparently it's not happening for Egan today either, because he has no other usable Pokemon. Maybe he should have grabbed a few before he ran out the door. So, oh boy. Are you alright? Let's see what you can do, Scrub. So he does not challenge you to a single battle, because all the battles in this game are double battles. So he will actually challenge you to a double battle right here. Now, his other Pokemon are not so scary. His Hitmontop is a little scarier, but we'll get to that in a little bit. For right now, the rest of them were in pretty decent shape before, so... like his Geodude, we could probably just one-hit KO with Psybeam. I'm not even going to put Reflect up yet, because we don't even need it. As for Wynot, well, it has Counter and Mirror Coat, but watch what happens when I hit it with Feint Attack if it Mirror Coats Umbreon. So, if it doesn't happen, I'll just tell you what happens. It's nothing really too special, but... When did he heal his Hitmontop? I mean, he has to have done it, like, right before this fight or something. Or, I mean, I guess he could have used Geodude's turn to use a full restore on it or something. I don't know. Geodude didn't get a chance to act, so... But yeah, his Hitmontop is a Shadow Pokemon. Not that that is really that surprising. Bit of a devious trick, though, that he's got going in this fight, because... Well, when he sends Wynot out on the field, you might say, oh yeah, I should probably send out Umbreon to do that. And now that it has Shadow Tag, I can't actually switch out Espeon or Umbreon until I get Wynot out of here, and Hitmontop can hit Umbreon with triple kicks super effectively. So, bit of a little trick that they had to this one, that a bit of a trick he has up his sleeve, I guess. So, I'm going to put up a Reflect because it'll help Umbreon's survival with this one. And I'm going to try to get rid of the other 2 Pokemon that he has before I start working on Hitmontop, so... Excuse me. It takes like a few seconds in the menu. He did not have the time. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. Game mechanics, am I right? I don't know how game mechanics work. Actually, he went straight for the triple kick. He usually goes for focus energy to give him a critical hit ratio, but, well, he didn't this time, so... And yeah, with the Reflect up, Umbreon can take that. Not well, but it can take that well enough to where I can keep it alive for a little while we work over Hitmontop. Now, Triple Kick doesn't always hit 3 times, though. It'll occasionally only hit once or even twice. So, but it increases in power with every consecutive hit. So, it's a little sketchy to deal with, but not too bad. We should be okay, basically. Especially when we get some extra defense out of the whole thing. And 5 HP and 4 special attack. Yeah, that'll help a little bit. So yeah, it'll always hit at least once. Like that. But if it doesn't hit the additional ones, it'll just stop the animation. And so it'll do, like, no damage. Oh, good. Put a timer on him. Fantastic. Let's see here. What would be a good idea now that he's poisoned? I think I'm going to return, and I'm going to top off Umbreon. That should be fine. I'll just give him a Super Potion. And next turn, I'll start throwing Ultra Balls at him. If we start running low on Ultra Balls, I'll just start throwing Great Balls instead. With the status on him, his HP will be at about half after this, so he should start being decently okay to catch. We'll see. Ow. I'm gonna have to heal again next turn. That's okay. Remember the time when Double Kick could hit up to 5 times and the animation was 2 kicks? Yeah, like Double Kick and Double Slap. It's like, wait a minute. Double Kick, Double Slap. What do you mean 5 times? At least they got Twin Needle right back in Gen 1, but apparently they didn't. I mean, they still haven't fixed Double Slap. If it's supposed to be Double Slap, then why are you hitting me 5 times? That is more than Double Slap. That is quintuple slap, Clefairy. Stop it. Alright, let's top Umbreon off. We'll give him Hyper Potion. Then we'll start throwing some Snack Balls. Let's see what we can do. I would like to catch this Hitmontop, not because of the fact I'm actually going to use it, but because if I don't catch it now, I won't be able to catch it again until post-game. So, we'll see what we can do. If I have to reset, I guess I will, but I'd rather not. Did we save when I went to the PC, now that I think about it? I might not have saved at the Pokemon Center. So, well, if we didn't, we'll have to repeat like 2 minutes worth of battling. So,
How hard?
I'm in the Relic Forest. Yeah, about the same as usual. So, alright. Let's see. Ultra Ball, go. I did save. Okay, good. Then we don't got to repeat 10 minutes worth of battling. Yeah, we might as well use these. I bought a bunch of them last time, so I might as well use them. Again, I don't think I'm going to need Hyper Potions for a while. Umbreon's HP will be pretty high by the time we get to level 50, but...
It's got pretty high HP now.
Yeah, it's gotten a few HP EVs since we started, so that's useful for us. If I hadn't poisoned Hitmontop with Secret Power there, I would have switched into Plusle at some point here, and I would be trying to get off a Thunder Wave before it got knocked out. So that's would have been my game plan, but I poisoned it first. So, and we got about 2 turns before it decides to heck right off into the afterlife, and we got reset. So we'll see what we can do.
Should be okay. If not, you could always just restart.
Yeah, I'm not really bothered by resetting if I need to. So. Yeah, accidentally, indeed. I may have accidentally sent him to his doom. We'll see. Never mind, I caught him. Very good.
That was easy.
That'll work. Get out of here, scrub!
How many Ultra Balls did you need? Just 2?
3.
Oh.
So.
I only seen 2. You throw 2 of them.
I mean, I had 4, so it was fine.
Yeah. I'm going outside to pick some of Mom's crops.
Oh, okay.
Outside.
In the garden.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
Before they go bad.
Yeah, should probably do that.
I'll do that now.
You know, Scrub, just because I beat you doesn't mean you have to tell me your entire master plan. Because isn't it easier for me to stop your master plan when you tell me everything that you were supposed to do and also are going to do in the near future? Apparently, he doesn't think those things through very much. Looks like you're both decently okay. Maybe Nora slipped Egan's Pikachu a max revive on the way. Where did you get those, and can I have some? Yeah, that was a shadow Pokemon, and you should have been packing some other Pokemon, or some Ethers, or literally anything else, Egan. You ran out the door way too fast. Okay. Alright, sounds good. Let's head home, then. Unfortunately, we don't get a rest point by heading home here. You'd think that they would heal our Pokemon or something, but... Or we'd stop at the Pokemon Center on the way, but no, we just go straight here. Well, no, but you could have, you know, been more prepared. To be fair, though, he probably did save us a little bit of trouble, because if he hadn't gone out the door so quickly, Scrub might have gotten to the Relic Stone and been able to, like, I don't know, plant a bomb on it or something like that, so... That is a possibility. Yeah, we were kind of hoping the villagers would be able to tell us the answer to all of our questions, but apparently not. Oh, okay. Alright. So I guess we'll just go hang out in town or something while you go find the tablet. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. We've actually been to Senelor's house already, but I don't know if he introduced himself as Senelor. We'll go down and see him again. Oh, boy. A little bit senile, this Senelor, huh? Senile lore? Maybe. Maybe that's where the name comes from. So he lives down here in this house over here, but we're not going to go in it just yet, because I need to go and heal at the center before we do anything else. He is a scrub, so I don't know what you'd expect. Yeah, I know. I would expect maybe the name to be ironic, I guess, but apparently not. So, nah, it's fine. Alright, there we go. I think I will not save just yet, because we will save... basically, once we figure out how to use the Relic Stone to purify our Pokemon, we'll be coming back over by the Pokemon Center anyway, before we go into the forest, and we'll be doing a whole bunch of purification. So, let's go find out, and then we'll save after we're done with that. Or in between, an accidental severe thunderstorm will hit my house and we'll lose power, and then I'll lose 10 minutes of footage. Big deal. Ah, okay, so that's your dad over on the couch there. Got it. Well, I mean, can't hurt. We don't know anything to begin with, so anything you can tell us is better than what we know now. Oh my god. Does she look like a chicken, bro? Yeah, that would be nice if you remember. To be fair, yeah, I mean, if it's that important to him, he wouldn't forget something like that, you know? So. Did I ever heal my Pokemon in the center for something equivalent to a scratch? I used to do that a lot when I was younger, because I didn't carry as many items with me. Nowadays, I usually, if it's just a scratch, I'll be like, okay, I'll just use some fresh water or a potion or something like that on it. I carry a few small healing items with me, just in case I get some little nicks and cuts and scrapes, so... Yeah, I'm a little better with items now than I used to be. Used to carry, like, nothing at all, and I'd be like, damn it, I should have bought stuff with my $300,000. But nowadays, I buy more healing items, so usually not a problem. Oh, okay, interesting. So yeah, you may recall from Pokedex entries. I think there were Pokedex entries talking about Celebi's ability to time travel at this point. But also from the Celebi movie, Celebi is able to time travel in between the different eras. And apparently the Relic Stone is a bit of a focal point for it because it brings it back around and it allows Pokemon to hear its voice, essentially, and that will bring out their deepest, most cherished memories from their heart. So, yeah, apparently. Sure, I'm all ears, man. Let's see. Now, the stone itself does not summon Celebi every time you purify a Pokemon. You need to use an item called a Time Flute in order to do that. And there's only a few of those, so you have to be very selective about what you use them on. I'll talk about what I'm going to use them on in a little while, but yeah, be very selective when you get a Time Flute on which Pokemon you use it on, because if you use them on the wrong Pokemon, you're going to be in for a lot more work, basically. So, but yeah, that will actually summon Celebi directly to the forest, and essentially purge the entirety of the Shadow on their heart gauge for free. So, but again, you only get 3 of them, so don't waste them. Not that you can waste them, because anything you purify with them is better than nothing at all, but you know what I mean. So, all right, let's go see if Bella found the found Les Tablettes yet. Oh, good. Okay. Let's have a look, shall we? Yeah, Celebi does have a lot on its plate. Has to make a movie and has to purify all the Shadow Pokemon. Got a lot going on, that little guy. Let's take a look at what we got. In Agate's Mystic Relic, Celebi's power shelters. A heart imprisoned by shadows, its last door shall be opened by the power within. So that probably refers to the final lock that they talk about on the heart gauge when you get their shadow all the way down. So, I'll just tell you, it does actually refer to that. That means that the last section, once you get them all the way down, you bring them to the Relic Stone, and it will purify them for you. So, excuse me. Yeah, we'll go check it out. You alright there, Pikachu? Good. Yeah, we'll see what we can do with it. How do I get out of here without shoving Nora out of the way? I guess I do. No, she's still getting shoved, so... Anything new on the news? Let's see. Nope, this is the same news as before. Alright. Maybe they'll have a news report on stuff with the Relic Stone eventually as well. Excuse me, pardon me, Nora. Uh-oh, I'm getting an email. That's a possibility. Okay. She just walked directly through me. Apparently, not only does she have psychic powers, she can also phase directly through you. So that's fun. What do we got? Emergency triple question mark from Duking. Boy, that's not good. I just ran Mirror B out of town. What more do you want from me? Sniper, we've got big trouble. I just got word from our people that Mount Battle's under attack by a mysterious group of thugs. Not that mysterious. There's only one group of thugs around here worth talking about. Please, can you go help? We think it's the same group as the one Mirror B belonged to. We're counting on you. Great. Out of the frying pan into the fire, apparently. We have another mission now. We gotta go to Mount Battle. Yep. What? Yeah, I guess we should probably find out where Mount Battle is before we go there. You could see it on the map before this, but it wasn't a location that we could actually visit until Egan tells us, so... Okay, so we need to go to Mount Battle in order to stop Cypher from, you know, doing whatever the hell they're doing over there. But just like with the Relic Stone and Agate Village, I'm going to take my sweet-ass time going over there because, well, there's a few things that we can do that we're at the appropriate level to do now in the game. And also, once you go to Mount Battle and you beat the boss of the area there, it's another Cypher Administrator, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Once you beat the boss of the area, it will cause quite a few other side quests to unlock, and it will also update a whole bunch of trainers that we've already fought. And if I'm going to EV train Quillfish, I don't want to also over-level Quillfish, so I'm going to probably want to go fight some stuff before I fight the boss of Mount Battle, so that I can, you know, actually get that stuff going. And get the EV training done without him being super, like, over-leveled for the next part of the game. Let me take that black belt from you, sir. Thank you. What do we got here? I mean, I guess those stats are okay. He's probably got a plus defense nature based on his defense, unless that's a minus attack nature of some kind as well. Could be bold, maybe. Has Intimidate, so that's not a bad ability, especially in doubles. That reduces everybody on the opponent's side of the field by 1. Everybody's attack by 1. on the opponent's side of the field, so not too bad. Is Sniper the only crime fighter dude around? I don't know if he's the only one, but based on what we've seen in Pyrite Town, I would say he's the only competent one. Because the police force in Pyrite Town is... They're only so-so at fighting crime. Alright, so before we go anywhere else, though, we're about to do a whole bunch of purifying. So let's take a few members out of our team, and we'll start purifying some people. So let's just deposit everybody else for now. We'll deposit Umbreon into here. Plusle. We'll keep Quillfish because he's ready to go. So we'll deposit Sudowoodo. We'll deposit Swablu because they're not ready to go yet. And hang on, let me move Hitmontop and Espeon here. There we go. Let's put you there for now. Let's grab quite a bunch of Pokemon and we'll just go purify all of them. Take Croconaw with us. Take Slugma. And we'll go purify all of these basically before we move along here. So let's see, 1, 2, so there's 8, 9 more to purify by the looks of it. Okay, fair enough. And I should probably save now that I'm thinking about it, and also deposit that black belt that I just got, because I don't think I did that just yet. Nope, and I can also deposit this, because I don't need that anymore. Put that away, and there we go. Okay, so now we can save again. And next time we save, we'll have a whole bunch of purified Pokemon on that list, because there's a little bit of a space below snagged Pokemon on your save point there. Well, that's going to get filled out in just a moment. So let's go to the Relic Forest and do just that, shall we? Did not Maribee have his headquarters in the middle of town, literally? That's just disappointing. Yeah, his headquarters was pretty close to the center of town, so... in probably the biggest building around, so... I don't know. Dude was a bit narcissistic, I guess. Oh, and also, they left an Einfile on the ground here when we beat Scrub, so... we'll go check that out, too. Apparently so. Oh, okay. Who's Vander? Ah, so maybe he knows how to use a time flute or something. We'll have to check it out when we go there. But first, let's read the Einfile. We'll do some purifying, and then we'll go do a whole bunch of side quests. So, but first, Einfile C. Celebi's power. The purification of shadow Pokemon has several factors. Celebi appears to have the power to boost the purification process. If a shadow Pokemon encounters a Celebi, it recalls how its heart was before being closed, and reverts to its original form. The Relic Stone of Agate Village also appears to have the power to complete the purification process. These factors must be eliminated if our Shadow Pokemon plan is to succeed. Shadow Pokemon Lab, Chief Ein. About that Relic Stone part there, friendo. Not exactly eliminated, is it? Alright, let's, we'll put this above the Einfiles, because it's more using it. You don't need to use it when you go to the stone, because when you approach the stone with a Shadow Pokemon in your inventory, it'll light up. I think there's supposed to be a sound effect too, but, well, it isn't playing right now, so. Now, it'll only light up like that and say that there's a Pokemon that is able to purify, you know, or open the door to its heart when you have the bar all the way down on them. So then, once you use them on the stone, their heart will become clear once again. So there we go. Quillfish opened the door to its heart. Now be prepared to see that several more times in the near future, because we're going to do all of them. When they are purified, by the way, they will lose the move Shadow Rush, and they'll remember a new move, usually a pretty decent one. In this case, it's not the best one that Quillfish has. He's got Surf already, so that's his best move for that part. And then once they're done, they'll regain the experience points that they gained when they were a Shadow Pokemon. They'll also get a ribbon for overcoming the challenges of being a Shadow Pokemon, and if you want to nickname them, you can at that point. As I said, Sniper doesn't appear to be the kind of person that gives nicknames, because he has an Espeon and an Umbreon that he's had for years that he has not nicknamed, so we'll just avoid that altogether. Let's keep purifying, shall we? We'll probably also get some evolutions while we're here from some of these Pokemon, like Makihita here. If it gains a level, it'll evolve. Probably same for Croconaw, so. Some of them won't, though, because I didn't do any training with them. I just walked around with them, so they won't get any experience at all. Anyway, he got Foresight and some experience. He did not level up, so he will not be evolving, so that's fine. No Hariyama for me just yet. That's okay. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do Croconaw now. We'll get the evolution out of the way while we're at it. Excuse me. So there's Rain Dance for Croconaw, so you can use that for some pretty decent stuff. And also 12,000 experience. So if we were using him, yeah, so there you go. Even though I EV trained him, he didn't get any EVs from that because his special attack didn't go up at all. If he had gained the EVs from that, when we just leveled up right there, his special attack would have gone up by about 24. But it did not, so yeah, unfortunately. Would have been nice, but it didn't happen. He got some special attack there, but that was just a fluke, so. This, however, is not a fluke. Croconaw is evolving. Who would shadow a Pokemon so low level? Good question. I mean, they shadowed a Remoraid that was level 20, so I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. Well, there we go. We have it for our alligator. Sorry, buddy, but you're going to get a chance to shine in a different Pokemon playthrough that I'll be doing somewhere down the line, so don't worry about it that I'm not using you right now. You'll get your chance to shine. Let's take a look at his stats, by the way, while we're here. This Quillfish has, what, 50 special attack? Yeah, you've got, okay, 52. So you just evolved, and even with the evolution, your special attack is only barely higher than Quillfish, who's still a level below you. So now, if our Quillfish had Swift Swim, by the way, because it has two abilities that it could have. If it had Swift Swim, it would be an absolute monster. Just completely, it would trash everything. I would never even have considered using Croconaw if I thought about the fact that, oh, Quillfish gets Swift Swim. Ours has Poison Point, though, so it'll be a little less effective than it could be. Because I basically put up Rain Dance, and it would do, like, it would basically have +1 special attack and +2 speed for the rest of the Rain Dance time, so. No, Slugma didn't gain any EXP, but that's okay. Got Sunny Day. Already has Flamethrower, so that's not too bad for it. Not that Slugma's really all that useful, but, you know. And after Floffy's done, we'll do Noctowl, and then we'll go grab a few more. And then we'll refix our team to the way it's supposed to be. Floffy gets Thunderbolt for being purified, so that's not too bad. That'll definitely help out. I think it got Thunder Shock before this, but that's a much better electric move. And it gets it for free, too, which not all electric types can say that they get Thunderbolt for free in this game. Looking at you, Plusle. We gotta spend 4,000 Poke Coupons to get you Thunderbolt, but that's okay. We will make it work. Okay, Noctowl got Steel Wing. It's not too bad. Alright, and we're done with purifying all the Pokemon in our party, so let's go get some more, and then we'll go back. In this particular case, there's going to be quite a few things that we're purifying all at once because I'm done with a good chunk of the ones that we've gotten before this. For the rest of the game, we might get maybe 4 or 5 done at a time when we're purifying. It might not even be that amount, depending on how many we've managed to purify in the time being since we started. So, where am I going? Here we go. So we'll stick the purified Pokemon over here. I'm going to leave Quillfish in the party for now, though. Because, well, he's good for now. We don't need to put him in the box. I got enough room if I keep him in the party for a little bit. So let's put you guys there. There's that. Let's stick you over here. And we'll withdraw you. Gonna have to move a few things here, it looks like. That's fine. I believe Shadow Rush is a physical move, yes. I think it's considered physical, so. It's not bad because of that. You can actually stay right where you are, because Meditite can go down here. We'll stick Swablu and Sudowoodo over here once we're done, so. Actually, I could do this. Yeah, we'll do that, actually. We'll get all 6 of them done all at once, and then we'll go from there with Quillfish. We'll withdraw these 6 once we're done, and we'll just, I don't know, we'll do something with him on top. We'll move him up or something. Yeah, not very useful in a special attacker. Yeah, it doesn't use special attack for damage, so... I mean, it's base 90 power, so it's not too bad. It's just it doesn't really help if they don't have a lot of physical attack to begin with, so... It's a strong move, but it's not going to be nearly as good on a Pokemon that's a special attacker as it is on a Pokemon that's a physical attacker, so... Okay, next 6. Let's get all these ones done. Yeah, Skiploom was one of the bigger... Well, actually, no, it wasn't Skiploom first. Misdreavus was the big surprise because I went to... I did some walking around, and I said, okay, I think I've done enough walking. I'll go get Misdreavus back. And I got to the thing, the daycare center, and she was like, it's going to take $2,400 for me to give you back your Misdreavus. I'm like, what the shit? How fast do you work, lady? But she did. She worked fast. And then Skiploom was like 1,800, I think, and then Quillfish was 3,000. So it was a pretty absurd amount of money that we had to pay to get them all back. Okay, so Skiploom got Synthesis, I believe. Quagsire got Mudshot, which I guess it isn't too bad for him. Has a little bit of low accuracy, but Quagsire incidentally learns Earthquake naturally by level up, so you could just give... There's an Earthquake TM that we get later that you could just give to somebody else if you really want to, so... Because getting Earthquake naturally is not something that most of the Pokemon in this game can say. It's, I think, one of Quagsire's main selling points, actually. Because even the ground types that you can get in this game mostly don't learn Earthquake by level up, so... Like, what were they thinking? Make a Shadow Garchomp army and win? The bad guys are really stupid. I mean, they could have done that. It probably would have worked out a little better for them. Oh, Ferd got a level. There you go. Nice. Got Iron Tail back as well, so that's pretty good. Not that we need a really high-power Steel-type move for it, but... Steel isn't exactly a good move offensively until Fairy types come around, then it's a little bit better. Actually, technically speaking, you need both Fairy types and Iron Head for it to be a decent offensive move type. It's more of a defensive type, if you want my honest opinion. Oh, Yama got some experience. Didn't get a level, but that's okay. And last one for this batch, Misdreavus, go ahead. And that's that. So now you got 3 more. And then we got 3 more after that, because we got Sudowoodo, Swablu, and Hitmontop that we just got are still waiting on their purification, so. And that's it for this team, right? Yep. All there and purified. Perfect. One more trip, and then we're good to go for a little while. We'll probably come back by the end of the episode, because Swablu should be done by the time we're done walking around in the end of the episode, so. Competitive would like to talk to you again. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, Steel types in competitive work well, but again, I think it's mostly because Fairy types are present more in the metagame. So, back in Gen 3, Steel types, their offensive moves I don't think really did all that much good for them, so. Let's just deposit all the... Oop, I'm putting them in box 1 instead of box 3. Hold on. Hold the phone, wrong box. There we go. And then Quagsire. Put you there. There we go. And now we'll put Remoraid in box 3. There we go. And we got Mantine, we got Metatite. And we got Dunsparce. Why did I move that when I could have just hit withdraw and it would have done that for me? Oh boy, I'm losing my brain cells here. Let's see. So, Plusle, I'll take you out. I'll take out Sudowoodo and Swablu to keep working on their Shadow Gauge. Because those little bit of steps that we're going to be taking to get there and back will make a little bit of a difference for us anyway. So, let's just move you down here. Move you down here. And move you down here, and we'll withdraw you after this, and then we'll be good. The pre-fairy competitive is calling for you. I remember playing competitive before fairy types came out. a little bit. I started doing competitive stuff in Gen 4, and then went from there and did a little bit in Gen 5, but mostly my competitive experience was in Gen 4 and Gen 6. And, I mean, I wasn't great at it, but I guess I could hold my own in some cases. Most of the time I just split my matches, but didn't exactly get my prediction cap on by the time I was done. I didn't play enough to really be able to predict people's moves all that well. So, alright, 3 more to go. Did I mention how I've gotten them all done with their shadow bars before this? I think I might have mentioned it, but I'll mention it again just for the purpose of making sure it's clear. Each day that I'm not streaming the game, I will set a timer for myself. Ooh, wing attack, that's not bad. I'll set a timer for myself for a half an hour, and I'll just do a lap around Pyrite Town while all of these Pokemon are in my party, and it will reduce their bars a pretty decent amount. Mostly I'm just doing that to see what their natures are, and you have to reduce it down to the second bar to do that, so. But for the vast majority of the Pokemon we've gotten so far, their nature has allowed them to be either receptive or just plain neutral to me walking around with them in my inventory. So, worked pretty good for getting their heart gauge to be ready to go. Alright, Dunsparce, you're the last one for now. Swablu and Sudowoodo will be joining you eventually, and then we'll be good. I'll stick Hitmontop on my team after that, and we'll go from there. See what it can do with its heart gauge. Okay, and that's that. So now, we'll leave everybody where they are for now, and we'll go get Espeon, Umbreon, and Quillfish back. And then once we're done with that, there's some side quests we're going to go do. Alright, back over here. Into here. Don't need to heal, so I'll just grab my Pokemon and I'll save. And we'll see that purified Pokemon on our save list again. For once. So let's deposit you there. Same, and same. There we go. So all the completed Pokemon are over here for now. And I don't know, I might do it differently eventually when we start getting more Shadow Pokemon. It's going to be a little while before we start catching them more than one at a time again, so... let me just actually do this, since I can just, you know... just hit withdraw and I don't got to worry about it. There we go. Okay, Hitmontop, just hang out. We'll help you out in a little bit. And if we save now, yeah, as you can see, purified Pokemon now is listed on our save point, our save data, and we've got 15 out of 18 done for now, so that's not too bad. More than I have done in most of my playthroughs. Most of the time when I play this game, I don't purify anything that isn't a Pokemon that I'm just going to use for the team anyway. So, like, I'll get my team of 6. I think the last time I played, I got my team of 6 in Pyrite Town. Like, I just caught Pokemon around there, and I just used them instead of trying to fiddle around and figure out what else I wanted to use, so... Oh, this is why I wanted the experience share, because I'm going to give it to Quillfish for this next part. So it can get up a little higher on its experience than Plusle, because, well, like I said, Plusle earns boosted experience, so I would like Quillfish to get a little bit closer to where it needs to be. So we'll just keep Sudowoodo and Swablu in our team, and now we're going to go do some side quests, like I said. Now, you may recall that I think one of the ladies in the Pokemon Mart here in Agate Village told us about how Pokémon Colosseum is giving out TMs as a part of their prizes for their knockout challenges that they do. So we're going to head back to Phoenix City, and now is a decent time to go do the Colosseum challenge that's over there. If the EV training had worked for Croconaw there, I would not be doing this right now. I would be waiting to do it until after we went to Mount Battle, but since the EV training did not work, I'm going to go do this first. And also, Justy was saying, hey, when you get a team of 6, you should come have a battle with me there, friendo. And we don't have a full team of 6 that I'm actually going to be using, but, well, we won't have that full team of 6 that I'm actually going to be using until the final dungeon of story mode, before the post-game, I think, so... We'll say we've got a team of 6 for now, and we'll go fight Justy now. Before I do that, though, we need to make a few special preparations, because he likes to use a very particular move that's very, very annoying for a lot of people. So I'm going to make some special preparations to make sure that we're in good shape. What do I need to do that? Just get some X specials. Let's get 4 of them. Because the Pokemon that's going to be the attacker in this battle is going to be Umbreon. And I don't have a boosting move that Umbreon can use, so instead of that, we'll just buy X specials and let it boost that way, manually. So, yeah, only use Pokemon you like, or else it'll not be a good run. I don't know, though. I've never used Quillfish in a run before. I've never used Plusle. I've caught them before, but I've never used them. And one of the other 2 Shadow Pokemon that we're going to catch, I've never used in any runs that I've ever played, like any Pokemon games before this, so I think it'll be interesting to try out something new. It never hurts, you know? So, but yeah, Espeon and Umbreon will be the big challengers for when we're fighting Justy there. So, I don't think I need to heal, right? I don't think I've used any power points anywhere. Actually, I just got them all out of the PC, so it doesn't even matter. I won't have used power points at all. Excuse me. So now that we got the X specials, actually I'm going to move them in my inventory so they're right at the top. And then we'll save, and then we'll go say hello to Justy and see what he's got going on. There we go. Okay, so now we've saved again. Our Shadow Pokemon are mostly purified. Let's go see what Justy's challenge is, shall we? Now, his levels are a little higher than ours at this point. Most of his Pokemon are around level 40, so if you're not prepared for that, you can come back and do this later. I'm just doing it now because, like I said, I don't think I'm going to finish up the stuff on Mount Battle today. Or rather, I don't want to finish up the stuff on Mount Battle today because I want to EV train Quillfish before Pyrite Town's trainers get a level boost, so. What are you doing, kid? Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, I'm about to kick your idol's ass, so maybe don't come inside and watch. Well, fair enough. Let's see if I can strengthen my body and spirit by fighting your gym leader. Or the closest thing you have for a gym leader. Sure, Justy. How bad could the fight possibly go? Okay, sounds good. Yeah, if you don't have a sure hit move at this point, like Feint Attack, don't fight him. It will not go well for you. Yeah, as you can see, Feint Attack will be the crux of our strategy here because it never misses. It doesn't check for accuracy or evasion at all in the calculation for its hit percentage. So it will always hit, and that's why we're going to have Umbreon do the heavy lifting here. Because with some X specials on our side, it should be able to do most of the work for us. But if you don't have it, you're screwed! But yeah, seriously, don't fight him until you're at least at level with him if you aren't going to use something like Feint Attack with X specials, because it's not gonna it's not gonna work for you. In your first Ultra Moon run, you were like new Pokemon only, and then you saw a Larvitar, which turns into one of your favorites, so yeah, that's fair. I mean, sometimes the temptation is just too strong. No, Justy is a male in this game, so. Pre-Gym Leader Justy would like to battle. Again, the closest thing the Aura region has to a Gym Leader, but that's okay. So Justy has a very specific strategy that he likes to use. Now, the Azumarill is the only major threat on his team to Umbreon's ability to sweep through his team, but it's not really a threat because it can actually do anything to Umbreon. It's just a threat because it can use Light Screen, so we're going to try to avoid having that happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do some prior damage to the Azumarill, and then if you're going to use an X item in this game, you want to use it on the turn of the Pokemon that is going to get the boost. So I'm on Umbreon's turn, we'll use the X special, and Umbreon will get it. If I had tried to use it on Espeon's turn, it would have given it to Espeon instead, and Espeon's mostly going to be support in this battle, so once I get Umbreon all set up. For now, let's just get some prior damage off on Azumarill. It will probably Light Screen, and I mean, that damage is fine, whatever, no big deal. So then we just got to run out the Light Screen turns and we'll be good. This is why you want to use Feint Attack, because Justy's strategy is to use Double Team over and over and over again, and also abuse the hell out of Sandstorm on 3 of his Pokemon, because 3 of his Pokemon have the Sand Veil ability, which gives them extra evasion in a Sandstorm. It does a little damage to you, but that's not a big deal. It does damage to some of his, too, so that helps a little bit. But, yeah, he'll use Double Team over and over and over again until you can basically never hit him, and then he will just beat your ass with some halfway decent moves. So, my strategy for dealing with him at this particular point is to beef up Umbreon's special attack while we have Espeon do a little damage. Again, just want to try to get the Azumarill out of here so it can't Light Screen. If you can get rid of it, perfect. If you can't, don't worry about it too much, because we'll just run out the Light Screen turns later. There. Like, if I hadn't gotten that crit, it probably would have put up a Light Screen, but it's okay. Yeah, that is a dude, yep. So now he'll double team up, but again, we don't got to worry about that too much. I'm probably going to put up a Reflect next turn, I think, because none of his Pokemon are going to take damage from the Sandstorm now, but he'll probably just spend a bunch of time just using double team at this point. So I do want to hit Cacnea if possible, but it's going to be a little difficult to do that for right now. So, oop, that's the wrong person to use those on. I guess we could just get rid of Sandshrew for now, because it's not going to have any boosts, and Espeon should be able to practically one-shot it, so. Alright, 2 more of these, 1 more after this, and we'll be good. How are his Pokemon not evolved? I guess he just didn't bother. I don't know. Most of them should be evolved at this point, but I guess he just didn't bother with doing that, so. Espeon's going to be mostly support in this battle, I say, as Espeon gets KO after KO after KO. Alright, probably won't be KOing that, though. Gliger's a little bit thick, so. Cacnea is probably one of the bigger threats on his team, though, because once it double teams up enough, it'll start using Feint Attack, which deals pretty decent damage to Espeon, so I'll have to watch Espeon's health a little bit if it gets off a super effective hit. But we should be okay. This turn I am going to put up Reflect, though, because Gliger has hit the field, and I want to make sure that we don't take too much damage from all the excess bullshit that's going on in the background, so. What I wouldn't give for having Light Screen right now, and probably you should have Light Screen at the moment, so. The best support is death, so yeah, great support. Yeah, I mean, the best defense is a good offense, right? They can't kill me if they're already dead, so. Alright, so there's Feint Attack. But that's fine. Umbreon's all boosted up now, so I could just heal Espeon next turn and then have Umbreon blast Cacnea so we can get it off the field. I'm not even worried about Gliger, like, at all. It probably also has Feint Attack, but, I mean, it's got, like, base 40 special attack, so it won't do that much damage. It'll be fine. The main crux of my strategy after this, when Espeon's able to get a turn, by the way, is going to be Espeon using Helping Hand and Umbreon using Feint Attack over and over again until I kill the rest of Justy's Pokemon. So, yeah, there goes Cacnea, so that'll help. We're at +4, so that's like 3 times whatever Umbreon's current special attack is, so I think we're at like, what was it, 51? So we're at 153 right now in terms of special attack, so that should help a little bit. Speaking of 51, hey, Quillfish has that too. There's Sunflora. I don't think you can KO that with a single Feint Attack at +4, even with Helping Hand, so that's okay. There goes the Sandstorm. And probably if I manage to KO Gliger with a Helping Hand boosted Feint Attack, which might happen, it might not, but that's okay. They probably won't get up Sandstorm again for a little while, so. Yeah, it's slightly stronger, so. Unfortunately, we won't be able to one-hit KO it. Oh, it went a little faster than Umbreon, so alright, that's fine. Not like the Sandstorm is really going to help him that much, because we're about to KO his Sandveil Pokemon, and Sunflora still takes damage from it, so yeah. That at least is halfway nice, though, is that when you have a strategy like this, he'll spend most of his first couple of turns just using Double Team over and over again, so it helps a little bit because it lets you set up as well, and then you can just sweep right through them, so. Teeny tiny. Just a tiny amount stronger and we'd be good. Actually, with prior damage from the Sandstorm, though, we might be able to one-hit KO Sunflora with the ye old Feint Attack there. Let's see, what could I have Espeon do this turn? Because I don't need the Helping Hand for Gliger, so I guess maybe I'll try to get some damage off on Sunflora so we can KO it next turn. Okay, well that might actually keep him alive this turn. I didn't mention it previously, but the AI cheats in this game. We just saw a method of them cheating. He healed his Pokemon there at a relatively appropriate time. Normally the AI will heal when they're at a certain low amount of HP. Didn't matter there at all, but if I had left Gligar alone for that turn, like let's say I had Helping Hand Feint Attack Sunflora, he would not have healed. He would have just left it on low HP because I wasn't attacking it. So the AI essentially anticipates you attacking them and will appropriately react to that as if they knew you were going to attack them to begin with, which I guess it does because it's the AI, so it knows when you're attacking it, but it's kind of reminds me a little bit of Gen 1, where the AI knew that you were going to do certain things before you did it, so like you entered the commands, and it didn't interpret what they were going to do that turn before your commands were entered. It interpreted it after your commands were entered so that it could say, okay, so I know you're going to do this, so I will do this, so that way I can avoid the problem that will be caused by you doing that. So there's other situations where you'll see that the AI does stupid shit that it shouldn't know how to do because it would have to be able to read your mind to do it later in the game, but we'll work on that when we get to it. As for Nosepass, it's his last one. It's his signature Pokemon. It's the highest level out of all of them, so it's pretty decent, but it really just has Double Team, and then it uses Thunder Wave, and since I have 2 synchronized Pokemon out, when it Thunder Waves, it'll basically just be screwing itself, so yeah, and I think it gets knocked out to 2 Feint Attacks anyway, like even without Helping Hand, so. Now, can I demonstrate what I just talked about by maybe leaving Sunflora on low health? Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, see how he didn't heal at all there? I'm pretty sure he still has Super Potions left. I think he has up to 4, but he didn't heal Sunflora at all there, even though he could have. And there goes Nosepass before I can even Thunder Wave, so that will work. Man, the way he's flailing around, you'd think he was a Beldum. Lord. Quillfish is getting some decent stuff out of all of this, though. That's good. You're gonna have to do better than that, Sunflora. Okay, so we'll take a little residual damage, so we'll Sunflora, and then this battle will be over because I'll just Helping Hand boost the Feint Attack, and we'll go from there. I could put up a Reflect, but I don't think Sunflora is going to use anything that I would need to Reflect, so. Yeah, the AI is actually choosing its moves after you. Like, it knows what you pick, and so then it will pick its moves after you, instead of picking something that would make sense because, like, it doesn't feel like a human interaction in Gen 1, because it feels like they know what you're doing, and so then they pick a move based on the fact that they know what you're doing, rather than based on, like, a previously set group of gambits, almost like an if-then statement where they say, okay, so if there's a Pokemon I have a super effective hit on, I'll try to use that, or I'll boost because I have a boosting move, or I'll use protect because I have a protecting move. Like, instead of following a set of rules, it feels like the AI just reacts to what you do, and that doesn't feel realistic because it doesn't feel like a human being is on the other side of the screen. It feels like there's a computer on the other side of the screen that just uses what you do and says, yep, okay, so I'm going to do this because you're doing that. But we beat Justy, so that's the way that you can do it if you want to do it at a low-ish level. Hell, we could have done that earlier, but we didn't have Feint Attack, so I said, we'll just wait till we get Feint Attack. I don't know why, you barely got to attack me, so... Palms sweaty, knees aching. And then, in order to get the reward from him, just talk to him again, and he'll give you TM27, return. I don't know why. You'd think he'd give you Double Team or something, considering it's the crux of his strategy, but, I mean, I'd never use a Double Team TM to begin with, so... Alright, Swablu's almost done, so... Excuse me, that's good. Actually, I think everybody says something new, right? Because... I mean, they pretty much are all just like, oh my god, you beat Justy? What? I do want to show this one, though, because, I think... Yeah, she has a different, like, most of them just have that little hyphen next to the words that they're going to say, or that little speech bubble, but she has an asterisk for some reason. I don't know why, but... Like, see how they all have a speech bubble and then a colon? Yeah, she has an asterisk instead. I don't know why. Weird little detail, I guess. Hey, kid, I beat Justy. Yep. You don't have to. The proof is in the pudding. He gave me this TM that I'm never going to use. Alright, so let's heal up. And then after we heal up, we will save, and then I think we're going to go to Phaenax Stadium. We'll try out their knockout challenge while we're here. Because, what the hell, I don't feel like moving on with the story today. We'll just spend the next 45 minutes doing the knockout challenges. There we go. Thank you, ma'am. Pleasure as always. Swablu, how are you doing? Are you there yet? Let's see. I think I've walked enough. It is there. Okay. So we'll put you back in the box and we'll take Hitmontop out so that you can get purified in a little bit. Okay. And we'll start working on Hitmontop's stuff so we can go from there. There's so much water and not a single plant. Yeah, this oasis is... I mean, it's an oasis, there's water, but it's, you know, not much here other than these palm trees. Although it looks like they were planted artificially, so. Alright, up to Phaenax Stadium we go. Hello, ma'am. I would like to step through the dual disc doors and enter a knockout challenge. Actually, let's get some info, because I didn't press info before when we were doing this at Pirate Stadium. So let's get some info on the knockout challenge. So yeah, they're all double battles. You beat 4 trainers in a row, but in between each trainer, you get your Pokemon fully restored, so it's really not too big of a deal. And once you beat all 4 of the trainers, you'll get a TM and a cash prize to go with it, so that's not too bad. Nice little chunk of change for your wallet, you know? So, sure, why not? Oh, yeah, that might not be a good idea. Yeah, now that I think about it. I mean, Phaenac hasn't really seen all the shady shit that Pyrite Town's seen, so yeah, it might not be a good idea to bring Shadow Pokemon. So yeah, Nora will not allow you to bring any Shadow Pokemon with you into Phaenax Stadium. So if you have any in your party and you're just walking around with them, even if you don't plan on using them, you gotta clear them out. It does not fly with her. She will not let you. So we're gonna go do that in a second. Let's do this first, and this, because Quillfish and Plusle are gonna be our main dudes for the knockout challenge here. So let's give you the Mystic Water. There we go. And we don't have a hold item for Plusle, unfortunately. And we won't for some time because, well, there's no magnet in this game, unfortunately. We're gonna have to find something else for it. So, I wonder if the mayor's back yet. There he is. What's up, Mr. Mayor? Yeah, that's the thought, so... Okay, sounds good, thank you. Glad to see that he's, you know, still working on some stuff. After he disappeared, after those crazy people were in his house, I wasn't really sure what was going to happen. Oh, really? I mean, I would imagine, yeah. He's got to meet with all kinds in his job. And don't worry too much about the items that you'll have with you for the knockout challenge. Like I said, you get fully restored in between each battle, so it's not really a huge deal. Where's Minun? Next game. Next game we'll see Minun, so don't worry about that. Alright, so Sudowoodo, we'll take this. Actually, I'm going to put Swablu in box 3, because it's ready to be purified, so... And then Party. Let's take Hitmontop out for now. You could use Hitmontop in your party if you wanted to. It's a pretty decent fighting type, one of the better ones you can get in the game, especially with Intimidate. The only trouble is that for a while you're going to have to rely on Triple Kick for its same type attack boost, same type attack bonus. And Triple Kick is pretty unreliable. It starts at base 10 power with its first hit, and it doubles in power with each additional hit. So you can get a decent amount of damage out of it, but that's only if you hit all 3 times. And I find that sometimes my luck is not so good with that stuff. I usually hit for the minimum instead, because I think there's a higher chance for you to hit for the minimum rather than the maximum. So, yeah, I don't like having to rely on Triple Kick, so we'll find a different fighting type later. Okay, so now we can enter the Knockout Challenge because we only have purified Pokemon here, but I think before I do that, I'm going to go hit the restroom up. And actually, I'm going to stand outside so you guys can listen to the fantastic Phaenax City music while I go to the restroom, and I will be right back. Not that yet, actually. Okay, I'm back. And I should probably take this off of the screen so I can reflect that I am in fact back. There it is. There we go. Okay. You never get 5 hits, you only get 2 or 3, and your enemy always has 5 hits, which is not dangerous, but time-consuming, so you generally hate multi-hit moves. Yeah, I get that because, yeah, I usually have about the same luck. I usually don't get 5 hits on most of mine. If I'm going to try to get 5 hits on multi-hit moves, I'll have to use a Pokemon that has the skill link ability, so that way I know it'll get 5 hits every single time instead. So, kind of defeats the purpose of, you know, even having the chance of having it be multi-hit, but, you know. Okay, so we're all in good shape. Actually, what I'm going to do before we go in there is I'm going to take Quillfish's moveset and I'm going to move it around a little bit. So, let's see. Yeah, that's good. Pretty much just want to have Surf on top because it's the move that I'm going to be using about 80% of the time, so. Alright, now we're ready for the knockout challenge, so let's head on inside and see what we can do. Yes, please. I will. Okay, sounds good. And today we're going to be going through all 4 of the rounds. It's 4 trainers each, so it shouldn't really take too long, but it might take, you know, maybe 10 minutes per thing, so. Yeah, for the most part, they're not very good, even if you're getting 5 hits. Like even when I'm using a Chinchino that has the skill link ability or something, usually those 5-hit moves aren't really all that useful. Unless you're getting like a super effective hit, it's usually not too great, so. Yeah. Okay, Jacket. Go. Air conditioner just kicked on. Gonna need a jacket now. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, the Pokemon that you're fighting in these here battles in Phoenix Stadium are a little bit higher level. They start at level 40 and they go up to like, I want to say 42 or 43 is the maximum. But they're mostly low evolution Pokemon like Azurill and Sentret, so yeah, you probably won't have too many problems, to be honest. So it's just, even with the lower levels, it's just helping hand surf and see where we all go here. Yeah, that'll work. Clean 2-hit KO on, well, both of them, pretty much. So as long as I don't get a low roll on Sentret, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, these battles aren't too difficult, though. They won't get you a whole ton of experience, like, individually, but doing multiple of them in a row will definitely get you a pretty decent chunk, so it'll get you. I mean, it won't be as much as I guess you'd be getting if you were fighting, like, actually evolved Pokemon at this point, but it would be harder to KO actually evolved Pokemon with lower level Pokemon, so. And there are some pretty decent rewards once you finish this up, so. As we'll see soon enough. The major prize that I want is the one from round 1. There's a TM that you get at the end of this one that'll be really helpful pretty much immediately, so. But the other ones aren't too bad either, so. Alright, 1 down, 15 to go. Kid, I think you need to get some better Pokemon and then re-enter the knockout challenge. Maybe evolve both of those bad boys. And then you'll be good. Oh, excuse me. I think I wouldn't be yawning or too much. I mean, I guess it could have just been from lunch tiring me out, but I actually got some pretty decent sleep last night. I've finally got a new pillow to replace my old one. My old one was... I need an extra firm pillow because I sleep on my side. And my old one was getting kind of worn down a little bit to the point where it wasn't exactly extra firm anymore. So finally got a new one. Tested it out last night and I slept great, but apparently I'm tired now, so I don't know, whatever. No big deal. Probably Surf would do the most damage to Tentacool, even though it's not very effective. Yeah, Quillfish doesn't have a whole lot of options for other water types for now. But hey, Spark one-hit KOs that Doduo, so I'll take it. Not bad. As you can see, Plusle is already practically caught up to Quillfish, even though Quillfish had the experience share from the Justy battle. So. And I believe this hits 2 Pokemon, so this will split the damage a little bit. Not that it matters too much, because Plusle wouldn't have taken very much from that to begin with, and, well, Qwilfish is a poison type already, so... And we'll just keep doing this until it goes down, and we'll be good. I could switch to a different Pokemon, but I would rather that these two get the experience, because they're not quite up to snuff with every other Pokemon in my party yet, so... the less experience they have to give to someone else, the better. Ah, just a little bit too little. Maybe if I'd gotten a higher roll on Spark, I would have been good. Oh well. Okay, I'm not even going to bother with Helping Hand. It's not worth it. We'll just go to town. Zap him with your... I don't know. Fists, I guess, Plusle. Probably comes out of its cheeks like Pikachu, but it tackles them with it, so does it just nuzzle them with its cheeks when it uses Spark? I mean, I guess that would mean it would have a decent paralysis chance, which it does. It has like a 30% chance to paralyze, so... I don't know, man. Color commentary is hard when all you got is battle after battle after battle. I dig the aesthetic in Phoenix Stadium, though. I don't know what the hell the water bubble thing above our heads is, but it's a pretty cool set piece, so... Alright, so Psyduck should probably get KO'd without too much trouble. I think I'm going to Poison Sting it, though, as well as Spark, just to make sure. Pineco could go Boom, but it's Phoenix Stadium, so I don't think it even knows self-destruct, so I'm just going to choose to believe it doesn't, and just go from there. Nice to hear this battle theme again, though. This one's pretty good, like I said when we heard it the first time. Okay, well, both of you will be 35 probably by the time we're done with this fight, so... Ow. Now, what does Secret Power do in here? That is my question. I guess we're not going to find out just yet. That's okay. Yeah, Helping Hand Surf should do some pretty good damage. Probably won't KO, but that's okay. And, I mean, if he hits Plusle with Secret Power again, of course, it won't work out too well for him, but yeah, we'll be fine. Especially with a crit, that'll definitely help. Probably wouldn't have KO'd without it, so... Qwilfish is decently strong at this point, but I haven't EV trained it yet, so it's not that strong. We'll have to work on that. Okay, so that's 3. Last one. And then we'll get our TM prize. Probably what we're going to do is, once we're done with all 4 of them here, we'll have done basically all the side quests that we can reasonably do at this point. I think you can challenge Pyrite Colosseum at this point, but the Pokemon that you fight in there are harder than the ones here, actually have halfway decent moves. And, in addition to that, they're like level 50-ish, so there's no way we're going to be able to fight them at this point. We'll come back later when we've got a little bit more of a level. We've shored up our level disadvantage a little bit. I guess I could talk about the battle theme that plays in these final battles here. It's okay to me. I'm not the biggest fan of it, to be honest, but I do like the way that it's choreographed, and we'll talk about what that means in a little bit when we get to the point where we get to hear the full song. You don't get to hear the full song when you're just doing these stadium battles. Once we get to a certain boss fight later, we will get to hear the full theme, and it'll be glorious. We'll get to that. I don't know. I think it takes too long to get going in most cases, to be honest. So, I'm not that big of a fan of it, but it's alright. It's better than nothing, I guess. So. Okay, so how much will this do to Plusle? Okay, that's not too bad. That I can handle. Really, it's just Plusle's defense that I'm more worried about, all things considered, so... yeah, I'll Poison Sting the Mudkip. I might not get it KO'd from this. We'll see. Hmm. Never mind, it has less special defense than I thought. I gave it some credit because I figured, okay, well, its evolution probably has halfway decent stuff, so. Doesn't mean it has its own halfway decent stuff at its current stage of evolution, so. Now, if we get a poison, that would be good. Okay. No poison. That's fine. That could be not fine, though. Let's see. Okay. I mean, that's alright for now. And I think you can still heal while you're here as well, so yeah, you can still heal. So I guess I'll just top off Plusle while I'm here. Might as well use those super potions because pretty soon we're going to be finding a replacement for them and we will never need to buy them again. So I could use Pin Missile here and it probably would KO Cacnea if I'd gotten like 3 hits, but well, I almost never get it to hit, let alone get 3 hits out of it, so yeah, usually I choose not to do that, so. Yeah, let's just Helping Hand a Poison Sting, and that should be good enough. Unfortunately, we won't be getting a halfway decent poison move for Qwilfish to use for a while yet either. So, we'll be stuck with this thing for a little bit. I suppose I could use Pin Missile instead, but, well, it doesn't have the best accuracy, so. Yeah, I'll figure out what we're gonna do. No big deal. I mean, of course. I'm not tense, sir. I'm intense. Also, how's he about to be a cool trainer when his boots look like some dude wearing sandals with socks on at the same time? Like, come on, man. That's not stylish at all. Okay, well, we got almost $6,000. And we get TM18 Rain Dance for beating that round. And that is really nice because that's something I want to teach to Qwilfish right now. So let's do that. Still haven't decided yet on whether or not I'm going to teach Umbreon Toxic. If I am going to teach it Toxic, I would probably get rid of Taunt because it doesn't have the speed to reliably taunt something. So I'd probably get rid of that and just give it Toxic instead. But I'm not sure about it yet. I'll do some more thinking about it, excuse me, and then I'll figure it out. Alright, so let's get rid of Minimize because I'm probably never going to use it. And now that we can set up the Rain, we can actually make it so that Qwilfish can do a significant amount more damage right away because I can boost my water attacks by 50% by setting that up for 5 turns, and then I can just Helping Hand and continue to do even more damage after that, so that'll help out. Alright, let's do another knockout challenge. Maybe after that we'll go save, and then we'll go do more of them after this, because I think it gets a little harder as you go from here, so. Excuse me, Nora. Like, the Pokemon will get a little more strategic. It won't just be like babies using basically nothing. So, but we'll see. We should be able to handle anything that they throw at us anyway. So, and I don't think you get a game over if you get knocked out of the challenge, so I think it just boots you out and says, well, try again. So, sir, your pin is upside down. Your Pokeball pin. Oh no, he can't hear me. What's the meme for that? He has ear pods in or something? I don't know. You think I keep up with modern memes? That's a laugh. Alright, first turn, let's set up a Rain Dance, shall we? Just for the hell of it, we're going to get rid of Wingull right now, so we won't be needing to worry about that at all. And then Igglybuff next turn. Sorry, friend, you're gonna wish you evolved like twice, because that'll be about the only way you'll live this surf. I mean, I guess if that's all you're gonna do, that's fine. Excuse me. Alright, Helping Hand boosted Surf a go-go. So, Helping Hand boost, Mystic Water boost, Surf in the rain. Deals approximately, it depends on how it stacks all of the multipliers we have right now, because we get 50% from Helping Hand, 50% from Rain Dance, and 10% from the Mystic Water. So if it's additive, that means we get 110% extra damage off of a Surf. And that's why I wanted Croconaw to have high special attack, because if we're getting that off of a high special attack stat, you can forget it. Like, everything just dies. But, yeah. We don't have the special attack yet to abuse it. We'll work on that. Once we finish our little jaunt here. Get a few EVs for Plusle and Quillfish. Catch them up to Espeon and Umbreon, who've probably got halfway decent EVs already. Because you get a nice mix of EVs from doing these battles. It's nothing special, but it means you get more stats than you would have otherwise, so. Alright. Looks like nobody in particular that we have to concern ourselves with. So, do I bother putting up a Rain Dance? I guess I could. I'm probably going to KO Tailo with Spark right now, so. Oh no, Quick Attack! I'm totally unprepared for Quick Attack. Yeah, we'll be fine. I just love how enthusiastic Plusle is when it tackles its opponent with lightning coming out of every part of its body. It looks so happy to be just zapping things to death. Or KO. You know what I mean. Yeah, that's not going to help you, sir. Because I go faster than you. So, let's see how this does on a neutral hit. It might not KO, but it might at the same time. Let's see it. Yeah! That's what I'm talking about, Quillfish. Good work. Might not even need all that special attack. But then again, I didn't need it to begin with. I just want it. I want the raw power held in my hand. Oh, nice twirl you got there for your cane. It's pretty hard to do for an older lady. Stretch my back out. Okay, there we go. Gotta decompress my discs. There we go. What did she throw on the field? I wasn't looking. Oh, okay. Snubble and Horsey. That's fine. I can handle Snubble and Horsey. Yeah, I'll put up a Rain Dance. I can't get super effective damage on Snubble out of Poison Sting in this one, so I'll just use Surf instead. Plusle is just putting on a clinic. Oh my lord. These two work pretty well together. Again, it's too bad it couldn't have been for Alligator working on things out here, but what can you do, right? Sometimes these things just don't work out. And especially in this game, sometimes you have to kind of dynamically adjust what you're doing because Pokemon just don't have the right natures, and you're so limited in terms of the Pokemon that you get that sometimes you just don't have a choice. You gotta say, okay, audible. Which I did. I mean, I could have taken it and just been like, okay, I'll take the Jolly Nature and all that, but I put in all that work and then it was like, okay, Crocodile, it's not your fault, but the game mechanics are conspiring against you, so maybe it's time for a fresh face, you know? And that's why we're here now. There go the eyeballs again. Of course, in that case, it almost makes a little more sense because, well, Snubble has that angry look going, so it's always squinting at you. But, well, what did you want me to do? Lose? I'm not supposed to lose. I have it right here in the script. Sorry, I have to put that up to the mic a little closer so you can ASMR hear the pages turning. Oh boy. Well, I am a bit of a shady guy, but at least your pin is right side up. The guy at the beginning of this whole spiel here, his pin was a little bit upside down. Alright, so I don't think Spark will KO the Hoot Hoot. It might KO Love Disc? Not real sure. I guess we can find out. I'm not sure if I want to KO the Love Disc, though, because it might set up Rain Dance for me, you know? Nah, whatever, it's fine. And, I'll Poison Sting, just in case Spark isn't enough. Love Disc isn't that strong, but... Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we're going to get quite enough damage out of this, so... Okay, so Surf should be okay. Plusle's got decent special defense, so yeah, it's fine. And Quillfish, well, he doesn't even care. Every single time they've hit him so far, it's basically been either neutral or not very effective, so... There we go. Nice experience boost for everybody, though. 93 speed at level 36. You crazy there, Plusle. You scary. Alright, and a Trico. I could try Pin Missile, I guess. Probably won't KO the Trico with Pin Missile, and I probably won't KO the Hoot Hoot with Spark, even with the poison coming off of it, but... Yeah, maybe 2 rounds and we'll be able to get it. So, get them, rather. Because there's, you know, 2 of them. Oh, quick attack! That's fine. That's fine, we'll be alright. Oh, wow, it did KO. Again, Plusle putting on a bit of a clinic here. The extra damage from the poison probably helped out a bit, though. Actually hit my Pin Missile, that's good. Does decent damage. And how many hits will we get? 4? Nice. Well, that saves me a turn, so... Because probably if I had used Poison Sting, it would have done about 1/3 of its HP bar, so... Would have had to fix it the next turn, but that's okay. And Quillfish got some decent speed out of that, probably because we've been fighting a few things that give speed, so... And that is 2 down for Phaenax Stadium. See, I mean, it's been taking about 10-12 minutes each one, so... We're doing pretty good so far. Got $8,000 from this one. We also got TM11, Sunny Day. So if you're not trying to maliciously abuse Surf in this game, you could use Sunny Day for, you know, Pokemon that you want to use, like grass types that you want to use, fire types. If you have Solar Beam or extra fire attacks, that could be pretty good for you. I'm not going to use it, but it's an option for you there. I prefer, in this game, I prefer just Rain Dancing and spamming Surf, because not enough things resist that well enough to actually take it when you stack all of the additional buffs that you can stick on it. So, I don't even know why I'm healing. I don't need to. Oh, well, whatever. Alright, so let's save, now that we're done with 2 rounds. And then we will go... I'm just a little off leet. That's okay. But after this, we'll head back to Phaenax Stadium. We'll do the next 2 rounds. I think before we go to Mount Battle, we'll go Purify Swablu as well, just so that way it's done. And then in between episodes, I'll take care of Quillfish's EV training, and we'll be good to go for the rest of Mount Battle by tomorrow's stream. So, that's my game plan anyway. I'm gonna stick to it. Alright, we're probably still good. And yeah, as you can see, we're getting about a level per round, so that's pretty nice. It'll keep us in pretty decent shape as we go here. They might even out-level Espeon and Umbreon pretty soon, but that's okay. We'll get Espeon and Umbreon back up before long anyway. So, yeah, let me enter the challenge, and I will participate with the Pokemon I have in my party now. So we got supporting moves from the first 2 rounds. We got Rain Dance and Sunny Day. So now we're going to start getting some offensive moves as our prizes. So that'll come in pretty handy for us. I'm actually going to use both of them at some point during the playthrough, I think. But we'll get to that later. Do I really? I don't know. I think your definition of weak might need a little bit of fine-tuning there, ma'am. Especially when you're sending out Pokemon like that, like weak, and then you send out a Remoraid and a Skitty. Come on. Was that sarcasm, madame? Were you being self-deprecating? Well, you don't look old enough to be able to be self-deprecating. Anyway. Let's just do this. Okay, that was good enough. Probably could have used Surf and would have gotten a similar result, but that's okay. Do that next turn. Or Rain Dance. I could have used Rain Dance too. And then the Skitty would have just been erased next turn, but that's okay. Not a big deal. So we can just erase it this turn. Maybe. If we get enough damage out of Spark and Surf. With no rain and no helping hand boost. We shall see. Well, we'll definitely get enough out of it after Spark just did, 80% of its HP and damage. Okay, so 1 down, 7 to go now. We're cutting that down little by little. By the way, the major reason why I'm doing a lot of the side content in this game, I don't think I'll be doing everything for the side content. I definitely won't be doing most of battle mode, but the main reason why I'm doing a good chunk of the side content in this game is because of the fact that in XD, a good chunk of the side content is in the post game, and it's locked behind doing round 1 of the Ore Colosseum. And the Ore Colosseum is a little bit infamous because the Pokemon that the trainers in there use are all level 60, and they all have maximum IVs and fairly strategically placed EVs as well. So that combination is going to make it completely unfeasible for me to do anything with the Ore Colosseum. So that will lock us out of a good chunk of side quests. And in addition to that, the side quests that we do have access to, there's basically very little. Like, I might only be doing a single bonus episode for Pokemon XD when we get to it. So I figured, you know what, let's do a good chunk of the stuff I could have been doing in XD and Colosseum instead. Like, we'll be doing all of Mount Battle in Colosseum, whereas in XD we'll probably only get to, like, Area 6 or something like that. There's just too high of a level boost to the trainers after that for me to be able to feasibly do it without doing some grinding, basically. So I said, you know what? Let's just not. We'll do it in Colosseum. We'll get a good chunk of the side content in Colosseum done. Excuse me. And then when we get to XD, we'll play it, just like we normally would, except we won't do a good chunk of the post-game stuff. I'll do a little bit of it, and I'll try to get as many Shadow Pokemon purified as I can. I think, if I remember right, XD has a special ending if you get all of them purified and you beat it. So I'll probably try to do that. But we'll see about that when we get there. I'm gonna after I beat this game, I'm gonna take a break from Pokemon for at least one playthrough before I play XD, because that way I can kind of be fresh for it. I really like XD. It's probably my second favorite Pokemon game of all time, so I want to be fresh for it, so I really enjoy it, You're in top condition, Emiya. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's see what your top condition is. See if you've got any Pokemon that are actually threatening here. Well, Wooper probably has Water Absorb, so... Excuse me. And actually, Plusle can't do anything to either of these guys, so... I may actually have to switch out here. Lay gasp. It's okay, though. Let me try a Helping Hand Boosted Surf and see if it has Water Absorb. Because that'll be good to know. If it doesn't have Water Absorb, it has Damp, and it'll just take the hit from this, and it'll deal lots of damage. This will probably KO the... Okay, it does have Water Absorb, that's fine. This will probably still KO the Sandshrew no matter what, but that means I'll have to swap out for, I don't know, probably Espeon next turn. Hell, let's bring the whole gang in. Let's bring Espeon and Umbreon in, because Quillfish doesn't have a whole lot for Wooper here either, so... Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole. That's fine. You dig a hole. I'm gonna switch out to something that can probably take that a little bit better. You two are doing great, but let's give you a little break. Let Espeon and Umbreon come out of their shells for just a moment to get a little extra experience. See who it was digging. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, Marie, how's it going? Welcome. You overslept? Oh, that's not good. Suddenly, Professor Oak just appears. Hello there! Welcome to the world of Pokémon. After you're done oversleeping. Well, hopefully it was quality sleep, though. So that would be a good thing, at the very least. If you got, nice, good quality sleep, that would probably help out quite a bit. Nice, Plusle. Those are some solid stats you got there. And because it's level 37, it can learn Thunder now, but I'm not going to replace what it has for Thunder. Actually, you know what? I am going to replace something it has for Thunder. I'm going to replace Fake Tears with Thunder because I don't really anticipate using Fake Tears all that much. I'll be replacing this with something else later, but having Thunder would not be a bad idea in case I set up Rain Dance with Quillfish, so I'll replace Fake Tears with Thunder for now. And now I don't have to buy Thunder because you can get it as a TM later, but yeah, I'll keep it just in case. You never know it could come in handy. Excuse me. There you go. Yeah, no, stop. I saw a joke where someone put the effing beginning cutscene from Skyrim on an emerald card. Oh my god. How the hell do you even manage that one? What the hell? That's crazy. I have to like pixelate the hell out of that thing to get that to fit on the cartridge. Good job on using mouse too. Yeah. Plusle's been coming in pretty handy so far. It's been doing pretty good for us. It's a good supporting Pokemon with Helping Hand and Thunder Wave support and stuff like that. So, I also replaced Croconaw because I found out that EV training doesn't actually work until you fully purify the Pokemon. So we replaced him with Quillfish, and I'm going to see how Quillfish does once I get it some EVs. I'm going to need to get it some special attack EVs, but we'll see how that goes. This is a good example of a battle where I can actually use Thunder, now that I think about it, because I can set up a Rain Dance and then go from there. So, yeah, I figured, you know, nobody uses Plusle in these playthroughs. Most of the time it just gets left behind by a lot of people because it's so low of a level. But, I mean, it didn't really take me very long to fix that, to be honest. It was getting like 1 level per battle for the first like 10 battles that I did, so... And it's gained like 4 levels so far today, so... with no signs of slowing down. When Emerald playthrough, you had a Plusle and a Mine in Mouse 1 and Mouse 2. It was dark and you were little. Okay, now that's fine. Nah, I'm not here to judge nicknames. I'm not exactly good at them myself, so I got no judgment for that one. Boy, what I wouldn't give for Swift Swim on Quillfish, but Poison Point's been coming in decently handy. It has like a 30% chance of proccing, so... Alright, so, we have the Rain Up, we have a Mystic Water, Helping Hand, and Surf. Without all of the special attacking EVs. This will definitely KO Torchic. Let's see if it KOs Mareep as well. Plusle's cute, you've used both. And bruh. Yeah, I know. Swift Swim Quillfish with Rain Dance, and... God, that was like 3 Mareeps that you just KO'd with that crit. Oh, man. Yeah, it has a really solid special attack, so... And not a lot of that is EV trained into it, actually. It got, let's see, so we did 22 battles against Divil. So it's only got 11 extra special attack than it would have normally at this point, so... I mean, it'd be in like the 70s if I hadn't done that extra little bit of EV training, so that's not too bad. I think it's at like base 95, which in Gen 3 was not bad at all, so... Alright, so that's 3 down. And that special attack and speed that it's got will definitely come in handy for a particular boss fight later in the game where I definitely want to have a fast electric type, so... Okay, we got almost $9,000 from that one, and we won TM19, which I believe is Giga Drain, if I recall correctly. I want to hold on to that one for later. It'll come in handy. Yeah, it's Giga Drain. Okay. So we'll hold on to that one for a little while later. We're good for this stuff for now. Let's do the final challenge then, shall we? And then we'll move on from there. So you'll get to 38 pretty easily. You'll be close, but not quite. You'll probably be a little further than Umbreon is, but Espeon and Umbreon can get up to 38 without too much trouble as well. Excuse me. Yeah, no bully Divil. He doesn't make enough money. Don't worry, I don't gotta bully him for very much longer. So... I can pretty much just be like, here, Divil, I don't need your money. I'll I'll keep my own money. So... Yeah, it is a really good TM for them to just hand to you at this point in the game. It's too bad it only has 5 power points in these earlier generations. I like the change that they made to Giga Drain in the later generations where it gets to like, it gets a power boost and it gets more power points. That's really nice and it makes it a lot more useful than it would be here because Using it here, you pretty much have to carry around like ethers in order to use it, or just keep going back to a save point, basically. So, yeah, and Mega Drain was infinitely better later, yeah. Like, they increased the damage of Absorb and Mega Drain in later generations, if I remember right, so. They had to make Giga Drain better to make it so that it balanced with the other ones. Hell, you get to Let's Go, Giga Drain doesn't even exist. I think it's just Mega Drain in Let's Go, and Mega Drain is pretty damn powerful in Let's Go as well, so. Now, Goldeen, I think, can have Lightning Rod in this generation, but it doesn't help it at all because, well, it doesn't negate Electric-type attacks in this generation if it has Lightning Rod, so don't worry about it. Actually, that might be a hidden ability for it now that I think about it. I don't remember how that works, but oh well. Sorry, Wurmple, that Surf, that wave was definitely never going to work out for you. Okay, so three left to go, and then we're all done with Phanex Stadium. We already beat Justy, and that was a good battle. You should go back and watch that one when this is all done, Marie, the battle against Justy. We turned that one into a bit of a pushover, even though he was spamming double team the whole time. Even did it under level. I'm kind of proud of myself for that one. But yeah, we'll finish this up and then we'll start working on Mount Battle. We won't finish Mount Battle today. We'll probably only get through the first few trainers, but that's okay. Not quite going to fight the boss just yet. And that's all a part of my master plan because, well, when you fight the boss, suddenly all of Pyrite Town's trainers get a big boost to their Pokemon's levels, and it makes it harder to EV train without over-leveling, so. Can I KO Swablu with Spark? I don't think I can KO Swablu with Spark. I'm gonna get prior damage off on Bagon and set up a Rain Dance, actually. And then, next turn... Okay, well, that was pretty good for being not very effective. Next turn, I'll try Thunder out. To be fair, Giga Drain is good because there aren't a lot of good grass moves to learn naturally, that's true. And in Gen 3, even more so. Like, the better, probably my most reliable grass move that I would think to be having on a grass type in Gen 3 is like Magical Leaf, and very few things learn that, so. Like, otherwise you gotta rely on Solar Beam, and Solar Beam you have to wait a turn unless you have Sun Up, so, you know. Alright, now let's try Thunder. Goodbye, Swablu. Yeah, I don't know if Spark would have been enough there, but Thunder, definitely enough. These two are going to be a house when we're done with them. Only one special attack? Oh, that's fine. I don't think you need Takedown. Your current moveset is pretty good. So, what I wouldn't give for you learning, like, Sludge or something, but yeah, you don't learn that. I'm going to have to wait till I get the Sludge Bomb TM. What grass types do you really catch in Gen 3? Catch, not use, otherwise you'd have to exclude the starters. Yeah, and it's really like... It pretty much is just the starters, really, because they're the ones that actually get the decent grass moves. They're the ones that get Razor Leaf or Leaf Blade or... what's another one? Petal Dance. So, yeah, not a whole lot of things get decent grass moves. And even with Petal Dance, it's like, you still gotta worry about the confusion afterwards, you know? So, yeah. The most reliable ghost type was a Delcatty running Shadow Ball. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Pretty much a reliable ghost type is not a ghost type at all in Gen 3 because most ghosts just don't have the physical attack to actually use their moves. And if they do, they're Bayonet, and Bayonet just doesn't have speed, so... You don't miss those days for the older carts? I can understand. It was a different time, that's for sure. Okay, Barboach might be a bit of a problem here. It depends on if it knows Magnitude or not. So, C-Dot I'm not too worried about, though. Let's see here. I can't Thunder Wave it. I could Helping Hand it, but yeah, I don't think that's going to be strictly necessary. Let's send out Umbreon, because Espeon is in pretty good shape in terms of its experience, and Umbreon can use a little more, so... Let's set up a Rain Dance, actually. I was going to Pin Missile C-Dot, but I think we'll be okay without it. I'll just Surf next turn, I'll Feint Attack, and we'll be in good shape. And they gave Bayonet a Mega. Oh, I know. It gets Prankster, which is not too bad for it when it's a Mega, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's the wrong person to mud slap, sir. Be honest, you want to draw all your older trainers from ORAS and Y with their signature Pokemon with their Mega or projected Megas. That would be kind of cool. If you ever do that, let me know so I can take a look at it. I think it'd be pretty cool. Oh, it turns into Hydro Pump here. Okay, cool. Nature Power, that is. And that was in the rain boosted, too. C-Dot, I think you need to work on your attack there, sir. You're not doing too good. Alright, let's just surf. I don't think I got anything to worry about in terms of surfing. It'll still deal good damage to C-Dot, even though I'm, you know, doing it not very effectively. And Barboach, yeah, again, did pretty good to it. They all had personalities and they were doing their own things. One was big on trainer PR videos, one was a movie star in Cal, so that's pretty cool. It's nice when you can kind of, like, come up with a backstory and stuff for the trainers like that, you know? It's a nice little extra detail. It makes the playthroughs feel more alive, you know? So. Alright, I think we'll get rid of Barboach so it stops mud slapping me, and then let's just Poison Sting the C-Dot and hope it hits. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal, because I'll just get it next turn, but... I like headcanon. Yeah, I mean, it's always a good thing. Like I said, it adds to the details and the feelings of the playthrough. It makes the playthrough feel more alive. Makes the stakes feel a little higher, you know? So. Oh, Umbreon, come on. That's 1 HP. Come on, man. I know you can do better than that. Ugh. Stretch my back out again. Especially since 3 of the 5 playthroughs you did of Y were all in French. Yeah, it helps to have the personalities and stuff in that case, so that way you can kind of relate to the characters a little more when you're trying to read all the lettering and all the, you know, all the different language parts there. So, can sort of read French and German after exposure via Pokemon. Well, that's good though. I mean, you know, it broadens your horizons from having been, you know, having read it there. So, all right, we hit our Poison Sting. That's good. Fussel's level 38, that's also good. 99 speed, good lord. And this will take care of Barboach, because Feint Attack don't give no fucks about accuracy drops. So. Alright, that's that. Now for the final battle of the final set. And then, like I said, we'll go to Mount Battle and we'll see what we can do while we're there. Well, sir, you didn't evolve your Pokemon. That's how you could lose to someone like me, even though I'm, you know, a lower level than everything you've got. You got another visual novel-style game a while back, A Little Lily Princess. The main character has a maid who speaks French. Oh, okay. So now you can kind of read a little bit of what she's saying then, because you've gotten that exposure from Pokemon. So, that's cool. On the maid's personal route, she said some not kind things. Oh, boy. She said some stuff that the kids definitely can't read, huh? Oh boy. That's fun. I don't think I can KO Ladybug with Spark. I could probably KO Staryu, but Ladybug probably not. So, let's KO Staryu and set up a Rain Dance so I can definitely KO Ladybug next turn with Thunder. Nice. Oh, you perfectly translated it, yeah, yep. And it was not nice then, for sure, huh? Pichu! Oh, Pichu. Oh, baby, I feel sorry for you, buddy. Because this surf is gonna hurt. Oh, boy. Now, we gotta be a little careful with surf and stuff in the next boss fight that we're gonna go into, because I definitely want to use a Rain Dance boosted surf in the next boss fight that we go to, but there's going to be a bit of a problem with that because of what the moves they use to try to attack you with. Probably I'm going to have to switch Plusle for Espeon in terms of the support Pokemon for that because, well, I won't have enough HP to live the move because the move that they're going to use is super effective on Quillfish. So I'm going to see if this works. I'm going to see if Surf, what kind of damage I can expect from Surf on Ladybug, because even without the EV training, this is going to do a lot. I mean, Pichu's dead. There's no way it's living from this, so... yeah, not even a question. But how much does it do to Ladybug? Okay, you know what? That's actually a respectable amount for all the boosts that I just gave it, and I haven't done any EV training. I'll take it. That's pretty good. So. Which is strange, because Latian has no attack to speak of, but it gets Comet Punch. Why? I don't know. 6 legs, I guess? I got nothing. Alright, let's do Thunder. And I guess Poison Sting, whatever. It doesn't matter. This is going to KO. Goodbye. Yeah, he does hit pretty hard, so we'll go from there. He's a bit of a difficulty spike, I think, for the game, but we should have enough levels and stuff by the time we get to him where I'm not going to be too worried about it. So, I thought Mirror B was tough. Cypher does not play games now. They always have higher levels and everything than every one of their grunts. Like all the ones before them could have like level 34 or 35 Pokemon. All of a sudden, he's just got like level 38 to 40 Pokemon. It's like, holy shit. There's the 9,000. We also got TM22, which is Solar Beam. So, yeah, another one that you can really use pretty good if you have Sunny Day going on your team at all. So that's pretty good. Where are we at in terms of experience? Okay, Quillfish is in good shape. The good thing about this particular team, by the way, is that they all are in the same experience bracket. I think they're all in normal experience bracket or fast, one of the two. So they all basically will gain levels at the exact same time, with the exception of Plusle, who gets boosted experience, so it'll gain it a little quicker. But yeah, everybody will gain experience at roughly the same rate, so it should make things a little bit easier in terms of raising everybody. So, alright, Plusle, Quillfish, you've had your fun. Let's let Espeon and Umbreon come out to play while we go to Mount Battle. I'm going to go... Actually, I don't need to heal because there's a healing point over there, so... A bit? He uses one of the big 3. He was a spike. I mean, yeah, that's fair. Good thing Ore doesn't have badges. That Plusle would be a problem down the road, yeah, for sure. If it got to level 50 and they had that whole badge thing going on, oh, it'd be a bit of a problem, that's for sure. Oh, actually, yeah, let's go to Agate Village first before we go to Mount Battle so I can purify Swablu, because it's done. So I also got to get Hitmontop and Sudowoodo out of the PC because they need the walk. Sudowoodo will be done by the next episode from me just walking around, but Hitmontop, I have no idea. We'll have to see how it feels about me walking with it. So that motorcycle is so good and so bad for the planet. These are both correct, yes. It's not exactly a good thing. It fits with the region that we're in pretty well because it definitely does not help the environment at all. So, all right, let's take you two out. Walk around with you. Oh, right, I need to take Swablu out because I'm going to be purifying it. So let's do this first. And then, whoops. There we go. Put it there. Take Swablu in, and then we'll go from there. Need to go back and watch you fight the Hitmontop. That thing was traumatizing. It hit so hard. It hit pretty hard, that's for sure. I kept Umbreon out so it wouldn't be Shadow Rushing because the AI often prioritizes using super effective moves instead of using its most powerful moves. So it kept using Triple Kick and, like, it got 3 hits a couple of times, but most of the time it wasn't getting 3 hits. And Umbreon's a pretty good tank, so yeah, it did pretty good for us. The other Pokemon all went down in like 1 or 2 hits anyway, so it really wasn't a huge deal. It's a Hitmontop. Why is it so hard hitting? Imagine Lee instead of Top. Well, we don't got to imagine for too long. If I remember right, Hitmonlee's in the next game, so we'll get to see that one soon enough. But first, let's purify a little birdie. There you go, buddy. All better. It is super late game, that's true. It'll be hard to put it into a team because of how late game it is, so. I have a pretty decent team planned for XD, actually. Like, some of the ones that, like, I didn't really plan too hard for this game beforehand, because I was like, well, I'll kind of just use whatever is decent, you know. But in XD, I have a pretty much, a team pretty well set in stone that I'd like to use, so. It should be interesting. There's going to be a few players in it that you've probably seen in other playthroughs, but I'll try to use some original stuff, too, that most people don't use, so. I know at least 2 of them are things that people basically never use, so. We'll see from there. And I think there's like 2 that people basically never use. There's one that I see a lot There's one that I see sometimes, but not really all that often, and then there's two that I see only a few times. Like, I've seen it in maybe 1 or 2 playthroughs of XD across the entirety of YouTube, so. Don't use Feel for your water type. It gets not water moves in its learn pool. I learned this. Yeah, it's mostly an ice type rather than a water type. It's more useful as an ice type because of how, you know, it gets Aurora Beam to start with. You get Ice Beam pretty early in the game, so yeah, it's more of an ice type than a water type, so. Excuse me. I have a different water type planned to give you some indication, but it's, yeah, we'll talk about what I'm going to use in XD when we get there. So, for now, we'll worry about what we're using in this game. And what we're using in this game, well, we won't be getting our 5th and 6th members for a little bit yet, so I have to make do with what I've got. Even if we're weak to something, we don't have a resistance to it. Well, Cypher's theme is playing, so that's not good. Slow down, tell me what's going on. Oh, great. Well, then you should stop running. I can't, I'm having a panic attack. Oh boy. Yeah, apparently so. Fortunately for us, they don't have more than 1 Shadow Pokemon here, but that Shadow Pokemon's a doozy, so. Oh, that's not good. They actually were normal. These people are saying things and they're lying. Like, they don't have Shadow Pokemon. Only 1 person in this entire gauntlet that we're gonna have to go through has Shadow Pokemon, so. Oh, okay, that's not good. Well, we know why now, because they mentioned that Vander knows how to summon Celebi in the forest, so. Oh, yeah, you have to win 10 total battles in order to finish out Mount Battle, including against the boss, and he is not nice, so. Okay, so walking doesn't really do a whole lot for you, so I'll have to keep that in mind for later. If I can get everybody to level 38 before the boss fight, that would be fantastic. I would be in pretty good shape there, so. Yeah, let's rest up. I think we're still full, because I think I did this in A-Gate, but I'll do this anyway just to top me off. And we'll do a few of the battles. We might get through all 9 of the battles before the boss, but I'm not going to do the boss today, because, like I said before, once you defeat the boss, all of the trainers in Pyrite Town will get some new Pokemon. Their Pokemon levels will increase, and they'll evolve a few of them. So I don't want to actually do that, because then if I try to EV train Quillfish for special attack, we'll end up getting over-leveled. So I don't want to do that, so I'm going to do other stuff instead. I'll just EV train it before we beat the boss, so that way we don't get too many levels, and we'll go from there. Ah, okay, so here's the move deleter in the game. And yeah, he can let you delete some moves. Let's say you have an HM or something on a Pokemon like Surf or Fly that you don't want. He can delete it for you. Not that you'd ever want to get rid of Surf in this game. And here's the coupon exchange. We'll be back there a few times, but... Uh-oh. Yeah, Duking mentioned that you guys were having a little trouble, so... Oh, okay. I took my sweet-ass time, though. Yes, I definitely got here as fast as I could, ma'am. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Alright, so now we can save, because they just did that. I do have Hitmontop for Intimidate support, that's true. I could actually use that in the boss fight, now that I think about it. Like, I could swap it in if I'm starting to have a little difficulty with the damage that they deal, so... Might not be a bad idea. I'll have to remember that one. Let's see. I don't think I need this anymore for now, so we'll store that away. I'm going to keep the Macho Brace because we're going to use it in a little bit, so let's save for now. Doing pretty good on our purification list there. Only got 2 left that are not purified, although they're going to take, well, one of them is going to take a little while to fix that, but it's because we just got it, so. Okay, so the way that Mount Battle normally works is that there are 100 platforms for you to go through, and you battle trainers one at a time in order to reach the top. In this particular case, we only have to battle 9 trainers to reach the boss, but they are occupying 1 platform at a time, just like they would be if Mount Battle was open, so. I don't know, man, they let me in no problem, so. Alright, fair enough. At least he's a good sport about it. Yeah, this place is so cool and dangerous. That's true, because, I mean, there's no railings or anything here. You hit a Pokemon hard enough, it's going falling into the abyss. That's no good. I could use Quillfish here. I might put up a Reflect and get Quillfish in here, actually. looking at the Pokemon that he's got on the field, so I think I'll do that, actually. Because I should be able to live 1 or maybe 2 ground-type moves. This is the only problem with Quillfish, is that it has that poison typing, so ground types give it a bit of trouble. We'll have to accommodate for that later when we get our other Pokemon, but yeah, we'll figure that out later. Okay, well, Ember's not going to do a whole lot for us, or for him, so... Even if it burns Espeon, I'm not even worried about it. Sand Attack, on the other hand, might be a bit of a problem. I don't have X accuracy, so... Oh, for Espeon? Okay, but whatever. I don't even care. Espeon's not even going to be attacking in a second. I'm just going to be using Helping Hand boosted Surfs, so... Whatever. Helping Hand doesn't check for accuracy, as far as I'm aware, so... This combination will be pretty good for us, though, Espeon and Quillfish. In particular in the boss fight, because I'll be able to set up, thanks to Reflect, a little easier. Goodbye, Trapinch. Sorry, buddy. Goodbye, Numel. Numel. Again, don't know what the proper pronunciation is. I usually said Numel when I was younger, and I've never really fixed that if it is Numel, but I know why it would be called Numel, because it's numb to pain. If I remember right, there's something in its Pokedex that talks about how pain is dulled because of its lack of nerve endings or some shit, but I don't know. Anyway, let's just do this again, since Espeon's got -1 accuracy. That's almost like having minimized accuracy, so... Let's just help Quillfish blow up the entire area with tidal waves. Why is the music speeding up in places this ain't Ribby? That's a good question. It should be going at its normal clip. It shouldn't be speeding up or slowing down because I'm not on an emulator, so... I don't know. Good question. There's a possibility, though, that because this is an older game, that the music's speed, like its tempo, could be related to the game's frame rate. So if the animation's going off or causing the frames to drop, the music could be going slower or faster because of the frame rate dropping. So, well, I didn't send him over the ledge, if that's what you're thinking. I mean, look down there, man. That sucks. I would hate to send anybody down there. I wouldn't wish that death on anybody. So, unless you're just crazier than you remember being. No, I don't think so. It's possible, like I said, that it could be just tied to the frame rate. So, oh look, more fondue, more fodder. I was gonna say, but fondue sounds funnier. More fondue for Surf. Let's do that then. Who do I send in, or send out then? I guess I should probably move Espeon out because it has more experience, so... Take it out and put Quillfish in. Because it'll get to 38 from this, and then we'll get Umbreon and Quillfish up there as well. And then we can start working on 39, which will put us in great shape for the boss fight, so... Probably once I'm done with the EV training, I will have everybody at 39, because I think, if I did my math right, Quillfish is going to gain about 12,000 experience from EV training with Divil and Diogo. So that will put it probably at least 1 level higher. So they were hard looking back. Like, they didn't always have the best strategies necessarily, but they hit hard for the point in the game that you were in, you know? So Quillfish is faster than Umbreon, so let's just make sure... Oh no, Quick Claw. I forgot about that. Let's just make sure that this thing is gonna... I was gonna hit the third Pokemon, but Quick Claw activated, so that's okay. It means that both of them will go down this turn, and I won't have to worry about them attacking me at all. The next one's hard because they're annoying. Yeah, and I think that's a lot of the case, though, is that their battle strategy oftentimes is not them actually just trying to hit you with brute force. In most cases in this game. Like, you look back at Mirror B, and he has stall tactics. He uses Rain Dance to give him some HP back. He uses Dive, he uses Leech Seed, he uses Giga Drain, all that stuff. Ooh, that's pretty good. 4 special attack, nice. But yeah, he uses stall tactics. You look at this guy, the next guy that we're going to fight uses Brute Force, but he's one of the only ones. The other two, the next admin after him uses stall tactics because she uses Attract and a whole bunch of other stuff. And the person after that uses Toxic Protect, which became a staple of Pokemon as a series after this. So I think it's just because they don't just try to brute force you. They actually use stall tactics, and well, that's never something that you want to see, let alone when the computer uses it. So, don't remind me about the third admin. Oh yeah, I know. I don't like her at all either. She's definitely my least favorite to fight, for sure. So, we'll get to her soon enough. Will we get to her this week? I don't think so. Because a lot of the side quests that come up in this game, they all crop up around the middle of the game, which is close to where we are now. We're not exactly in the middle of the game, but we're close to the middle of story mode, I guess, would be the best way to put it. Oh, we got Rock Slide. So because we're close to the middle of story mode, a good chunk of new side quests are going to pop up for us to do. Like, after we're done here at Mount Battle, there's a side quest we can do in Pyrite Town, and then Mount Battle will open back up not too long after we do that side quest once we're ready to go to the next main story area. So, excuse me, we'll be going and doing like the first 5 areas of Mount Battle for just one of the streams will just be that, so. We won't be doing all of Mount Battle, obviously, to start with. Like, we'll do the first 5 areas to get us to the point where the levels are about the same as where we are now. Because I think at the end of Area 5, the highest level Pokemon they have is like level 40, so. And then later, when we get our whole team of 6, we'll come back and we'll do more of the areas, and in the post-game, we'll finish it up, so. There are a lot of ground types here. I wonder if that's indicative of what we're going to be fighting soon. So. She was a boss fight and a half. Minus the writing and new typing, I can get behind the new Colosseum game because of one thing, they freshened up the formula. Yeah, it made things more interesting in a lot of different ways, that's for sure. With, we talked about that, like with the, you know, the double battles, the different areas, the more edgy feeling to the game's writing and characters, all that sort of stuff, so. I'd be cool with it if they let Genius Sonority make a mainline Pokemon game at some point. But they've been sticking them on all the side Pokemon games lately. Like, they had to make, like, Troze and, you know, nothing that's, like, really substantial in terms of content. Mostly, I mean, those games are, you know, fine enough on their own, I guess. But I don't think they compare to Colosseum and XD. Like, these are something else. So, I don't think Game Freak will let Genius Sonority make another mainline Pokemon game, though, because, well, they don't want to take the spotlight away from themselves. I don't know. Yeah, they made Shuffle as well, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's true, yeah. Something Game Freak is only just now trying to do 15 or more years later, yeah, and not always successful when Game Freak does it. It's funny, though, because Genius Sonority, this was their first game. Now, the developers that they had come on were from different projects where they had developed games before this. But this was their first full game made as a studio, Colosseum was. So, for a first outing, this is pretty solid, so. I have half a mind to just leave Quillfish out for the rest of the battles here. Like, bring him just into the party and let him sit here for a little bit. You liked Shuffle until it got to the point where it was badly designed on purpose to encourage buying more turns. Yeah, that's never a good idea. Can't do that shit. That's mobile game shit. 3DS exclusive that went mobile so that they could make some dash, yeah. Not my favorite strategy for game development, that's for sure. So. Should I go back down and heal? I'm more worried about my power points than I am about my actual HP, because we haven't really been taking too much damage from most of the things here, so. Let's see, you're there. Plus, is a little ahead of Espeon right now, so. And then Quillfish and Umbreon are in about the same space, so. Maybe we'll go heal after this next one? Yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll go heal after this next one. And then we'll heal and we'll save, and then we'll come back and we'll do the next 5 trainers after this guy. And then we'll heal and we'll save and we'll call it a day. So you're the main course? Okay, fair enough. So yeah, we'll just, we'll go heal and save, then we'll come back, we'll do some more, we'll go heal and save, and then we'll call it a day after that. The Mega Gengar stage, it freezes tiles so you can't move them. Freezes most of the effing stage by the 3rd time it freezes tiles. Sometimes you literally can't make a move, and the game shuffles the entire board to give you one move. Oh, that's a whole lot of fun. Ugh. Let's see, so Quillfish, go. And then, I don't think we KO'd with Feint Attack before, did we? When we hit a Baltoy with it before this. Or maybe we didn't, because we had Quillfish on the field. I don't know. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Okay, it dug a hole. That's fine. I mean, even if that's aimed at Quillfish, I don't think it's going to KO it, you know? It should be fine. Let's see. I'll set up a Rain Dance while I'm waiting for Baltoy to get back out. And let's do a little prior damage on Pineco so it gets KO'd from the Rain Dance boosted, Mystic Water boosted Surf. It was terrible, since Shuffle technically has stamina, so you have a very limited amount of attempts. That sucks. I love when they... And that's just like a... That's a pretty normal mobile game thing to do, too, isn't it? Like, they give you, like, a gauge that prevents you from just having as many attempts as you want, because that way they encourage you to purchase something from the cash shop so you can give yourself more. It's like, come on. Like, nobody... Does anybody actually like that shit? Because, I don't know, I hate that shit, to be honest. But maybe it's just me and a few other people. I don't know. Junior Sonority is good at taking orders. They were probably told to make stages like that, yeah. Probably true. Probably true. They were probably told to do that stuff. Because they don't do, like, gacha game design like that in most of their other games. I mean, look at Colosseum and XD. There's very little of that going on anywhere in this game, so... I don't know. Okay, Umbreon and Quillfish are level 38 each. That's pretty good. 87 attack is not bad. That'll come in handy. Now, imagine what's going to happen when Quillfish's special attack is like 22 points higher than that. Then we're going to have a bit of a problem for everybody else. They're going to have a bit of a problem because they are not going to have a good time after this. Okay, but yeah, I think I'm going to bring Plusle out now. Let Plusle and Quillfish do a little bit till they get to 39, and then by then we'll probably be done with the 9 trainers. So, don't play mobile games enough to buy stamina. Yeah, I don't think I ever would, to be honest. I definitely don't play mobile games enough myself to do that sort of stuff. Even in Fake Grand Online, you can buy St. Quartz to refill your stamina, like Rainbow Apples, but why not just stop and play again? Yeah, that's my mindset most of the time, is why not just stop and play again later? And that was my mindset, and like the closest thing that I have recently to like a mobile game, quote-unquote, that does stuff like that is my Duolingo lessons, because they'd be like, well, you could buy hearts for the gems that you have. And, I mean, I would do that occasionally, because it's like, okay, no, I really want to finish this lesson. But most of the time, I'd just be like, no, I'll just wait until my hearts refill. It's fine. You know, no big deal. I mean, it comes back in like a day, so just wait a day and then come back and do the lesson later. So, I thought the real battles began with you, not after you. I'm going to use a super potion, actually. I don't think we need to go back and heal just yet. I think we'll be okay. Although I don't know why I used a super potion, because I'm about to just move Plusle and Quillfish out front anyway, so... There we go. Let's just keep going for now. I'll turn back in a little bit. Probably, like, right after this, honestly. You don't know where I live, ma'am. You can't know if I've come a long way from home, but I have come a long way up these steps just to beat all the trainers in my way. No, it's almost always a trap, I know. Remember when Fire Emblem Heroes had limited stamina and stamina potions, yet they removed stamina cost from a lot of challenge maps. We have 99 stamina instead of 60, or 50, not 60 now. Yeah, I feel like it's... I don't know. I like when they, you know, take that sort of gacha stuff out of the game, because it just... It doesn't really have a point and purpose in a lot of cases, you know? I don't know. I don't really like the gacha. We know that from DDS, too. I don't like the gacha. I don't like the gacha when it doesn't cost me real money. What do you think happens when there's real money involved? Oh, boy. And you quit with over 400 stamina potions. What do you do with those? It'd be nice if you could, like, redeem them for something, you know? Of course, they'd have to give it to you, like, really, really low rewards to redeem it for something, so... Because if they let you turn it in for anything really good, well... That would be a bit of a problem. Because then everybody would do it, you know? course, I bring Plusle in, and then there's a bunch of ground types as well that are going to make Plusle's life a bit of a living hell here, so I guess it should swap him out, let Espeon do a little bit. Although if I do that, well, I could Pin Missile Lileep. I'm pretty sure Bug moves hit neutrally on Rock type? Maybe not. Well, we'll find out in a second if it's weak to Bug. I never know Lileep, or Lileep, however you pronounce it. I guess Lileep would be more sensible. I never know what its weaknesses are, because it's got such a weird typing, you know? It's hard sometimes for me to remember what its weaknesses are. Oh, I got 5 hits out of Pin Missile. Okay, that is super effective. Good. Nice. I wanted that so much, but Intelligent Systems uses FEH as a cheap cash grab. Yeah, I know. That's why I haven't even remotely decided to invest in it yet. Not my cup of tea. Well, I'm glad I got Plusle out of there, because this might hurt a little. Not for Espeon so much, but for Quillfish, yeah, a little bit more hurt. For Trapinch, too. You really should use Protect there, ma'am. Meanwhile, the game in the background is like, write that down! Write that down! Alright, let's do some prior damage on Barboach so Surf actually KOs, and then we'll be good. Actually, this might KO, to be honest. Espeon's special attack is high. Yeah. It has 3 to 5 banners a month, usually a seasonal, and a new Heroes banner where there are brand new skills. Orbs aren't as plentiful as in Year 1. Remember back in Year 1, people literally said that people don't have an excuse to not have orbs because you can earn 300 to 400 a month. Yeah, if you can clear all the content in a month. Yeah, I don't know about that. Definitely not anymore, that's for sure. They probably balanced that all out, and by balance I definitely do not mean made it sensible. They definitely just made it so that they could earn more money out of it. Okay, so that takes care of that. I think we will go heal now, actually. Because we could use it. Wonder if these are actual, like... It said that they're Cypher trainers, but I wonder if these people have any connection to Mount Battle itself. Like, they had to have some sort of, like, an in to get in here, right? I would think. Anyway. I guess it doesn't matter all that much. Alright, let's go heal. And then we'll do 6, 7, 8, and 9, but not 10. And then we'll go save before we do 10. And I'll go do the EV training that I want to do for Quillfish. I probably won't try to overdo it too much. Like, we did a lot of EV training with Croconaw, and I don't think I'm going to overdo it with Quillfish too much, because its stats are pretty good to begin with. The main thing I just want is a little extra special attack for it. So I'll probably just focus on that. I'll fight Divil over and over again for that, instead of, like, fighting Divil and Diogo, because we don't really need the HP as badly, we don't really need the speed as badly, it's just the special attack, and I think we'll be okay. So, we'll get HP and speed from other stuff, other sources. So, alright, let's save. We'll be good. You're straining to beat everything in a month, and you're getting 150 to 200 orbs with the units and builds you had. Yeah, that's not, something's not right here. Doesn't help that higher level content gives more orbs. Let's say a new legendary hero comes out, you get 2 orbs, beating normal and hard. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's not gonna help at all. How the hell are you supposed to buy stuff with 2 orbs per map? Like, come on now. It's pretty ridiculous. Beating Lunatic and Inferno gives 3 and 4 respectively. If you can't beat them, you don't even get half the orb count available. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Intelligent Systems. You're not doing yourself any favors with me, that's for sure. Of course, I'm not their target audience, to be honest, but, you know. Okay, I can watch the performance, and by that I mean spam surf on your ground types. See, now I switch Quillfish and Plusle out in front, and they're going to start not using ground types. And as soon as I switch Espeon and Umbreon back, they're going to start using them again. Oh boy. I can't win. It's okay, though. How about we do a little damage to Spinda? We'll set up a Rain Dance. Not that that'll really help us against Cacnea, but It will let me spam Thunder, which will help out a little bit. 2 orbs for hard and Elemental Blessing on normal. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, not doing yourself any favors there, Intelligent Systems, with me. I'll stick to playing Sacred Stones, thank you very much. This might hurt a little. Okay, not that bad. I knew who it was on, but okay, well now I'm gonna have to switch out. Now I'm definitely gonna have to switch out. What a dick move. Teeter Dance with an own tempo Pokemon? Yikes. I wonder if it's gonna keep doing that too. Oh, well, at least the rain will make it so that it can't use, like... I mean, I don't think Cacnea gets Synthesis. But... oh well. It doesn't matter. We'll just knock it out next turn. I wonder if it's just gonna spam that. That'd be kind of stupid, but it might be kind of funny too. You're allowed to earn 300 to 400 a month. You should always have orbs. Yeah, okay. With that game design, I'll be like if I earn 10 orbs in a month. So. Alright, well, we're definitely knocking you out next turn, so you don't Teeter Dance again. I'll just knock out the Spinda with Umbreon. We'll just let Espeon do the heavy lifting. Ha! I read your move. FEH's community sucks, to be honest. Oh boy, that bad, huh? Reminds me of some other communities. Well, I haven't seen FEH's community, to be honest, so I can't really relate it to other communities, but I don't know. There's a few video game communities that I've interacted with relatively recently where I'm just like, okay, fine, you be that way. Of course, the problem is that most of those interactions have been like on Reddit, so yeah, I shouldn't use that as indicative of everyone's opinions, but definitely not giving a good first impression. So, all right, how much will Feint Attack do to Kadabra? Pretty good. Pretty good, all things considered. Especially with an Adamant nature reducing my special attack, like, that's not bad. Get rid of you. And then I probably should have just Secret Powered because I would have gotten an additional effect out of it, maybe. I don't know what the additional effect is here, though. I have to look. Future Sight? You think the battle's gonna last long enough for you to use Future Sight? You'd have had to have that out first, lady. To even do anything. Step on the trap button there, Umbreon. It's a trap! Getting lambasted for using unique builds, or your favorites who aren't meta, being told you're bad for not following some YouTubers' guides for high-level content, not following the metagame. Boy, this sounds an awful lot like every MMO I've ever played. Yeah, FEH's community sucks. Oh boy. Actually, it also sounds like the Pokemon community, it also sounds like, what's the other ones? No, it's pretty much the Pokemon community and then every MMO I've ever played. Those are the main ones that it sounds like for that. Because I definitely didn't use meta stuff when I played Pokemon at all, and didn't help me out in the community's eyes, that's for sure. So, okay. So we're all doing pretty good. I'll leave Plusle and Quillfish out for now, but I'll probably swap them after this battle. Well, they were getting surfed all over the place, so... Sir, I don't know what you mean by a buck. We use Poké Dollars in this region. This is not this is not America. You are not the Lightning American. Good, a Vibrava before you have an Ice type. Fantastic. They are getting a little trickier, though, as you can see. There's some better Pokemon in these here teams than there were down there. So, all right, Helping Hand boosted Surf and Go-Go. The good part about a lot of the ground types you'll encounter here is that even though Quillfish is weak to them, it's faster than all of them for the most part, so it can surf and KO them before they can KO it back for the vast majority of them. There's a few where that's not the case, and usually if they're non-ground types, you'll still have a problem, but... Like in this particular case, I won't be able to KO Vibrava because it's a Vibrava, so... Unless I was in the rain. If I was in the rain, I would have done fine there, but, you know. Okay, so that, I'm going to say that's aimed at Plusle and swapped Espeon. And we'll leave Quillfish in and just get some damage off with Surf. I'm sorry my favorites came out in year 1 and have a low base stat total compared to units released in year 3 or 4. I'm sorry my favorites have skills no one considers or cares about. I'm sorry I used hit and run strats. Yeah, I don't know. It's just... If it works, then I don't think it should matter how you beat the map, you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck cares? So... Alright, Plusle's level 39, that's good. Quillfish is getting there, Espeon is also getting there, and Umbreon will need to shore up a little bit in a minute. We'll do that, that's fine. I'm actually over-leveled for the boss fight now that I think about it because I'm level 38. I think his highest that isn't the Shadow Pokemon in that battle is like level 37, so... Excuse me, good lord, lunch is still attacking me. At 7 o'clock in the evening. Not that it particularly matters if you're over-leveled, because, I mean, all that's going to do is just help me out with surviving things I couldn't survive normally, so... Who did it hit with, Dig, anyway? Did it hit Espeon? I wasn't paying attention. Probably because Quillfish lived, so... Yeah. Well, maybe you should consider a different line of work, sir. I heard the engineers in Kanto are looking for people vaguely matching your description. Let's see, so you're 39, so we'll switch you out. Let's see. Actually, let's switch Umbreon in as well. We'll do that, and then we'll swap Quillfish and Espeon in a little bit. Oh, good, Cypher Peons. That's not good. Does that mean they're gonna have Shadow Pokemon? Let's find out. Well, you'll probably be a little harder than the trainers down there, but I don't anticipate this being that much more difficult. Oh, don't get me started on how skills might be on 1 or 2 units. Years after being added to the game, people bitch that you should use the new skill you don't have. Oh, why aren't you summoning? This unit or skill is broken. Okay. Come on now. Houndour's going to be a bit of a problem for this particular team. Well, maybe I'll swap Espeon out next turn and let Quillfish work on it. Because this coughing needs to go. And there it goes. There go the eyeballs, again. Still think it's a little gross, but you know, whatever. Umbreon should do pretty good here because of feint attack and all that. Can I get a Secret Power proc? See what its extra effect... That did pretty good damage, actually. See what its extra effect is. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Who's this on? Espeon? Okay, that's fine, too. I ain't worried about that, because actually I could probably return and be fine with you, because I'm going to feint attack the Duskull. Probably won't KO it, but, you know. Then I can use Psybeam again next turn. Yeah! Stop. FEH made you quit for a reason. Game felt stale as fuck for over 2 years, and the community was garbo. Nah, but sometimes it's nice to just get that stuff off your chest, you know what I mean? So it's not digging at you subconsciously later. Okay, Curlia. That's fine. We'll do pretty good with this, with Espeon Umbreon combo. We'll get Quillfish in next battle. Probably with Umbreon, so that way I can kind of get them both to 39. What good is that going to do you there, sir or madam? Sir, in this case, because it's male Duskull. Like, I guess you can hit Espeon with normal and fighting type moves now, because that wasn't a thing before. Alright, fair enough. Whatever. I should be glad that they're not attacking me, I guess. Because the more they attack me, the more I have to run back down and heal. So. Use builds that utilize skills no one cared about because they weren't broken, so why would anyone use these skills? Yeah, I don't like using broken stuff because it's like, okay, I get it, you know, it's broken, but I don't want the game to play for me in a lot of cases, and I feel like if you use the busted stuff, it's like, okay, you're giving yourself a handicap. Try to beat it without all that broken stuff and see what happens, you know? Makes the game more challenging, makes the game more interesting, makes it so that you don't have to rely on getting the best stuff all the time, so you don't have to shell out $7,000 million for Gachapon. I think I'm taking out my frustrations on these Cypher Peons. Oh boy. No, you probably shouldn't. You probably should have just let me walk on by, but you did not, so. You got your just desserts for it. Let's see. Let's give Quillfish a little bit of a top off. There we go. Espeon will swap you out. It's unfortunate because both of my helping handers are currently a higher level than everybody else, so... Oh well. Quillfish and Umbreon got... Quillfish and Umbreon got this. They can handle it. Boy, that guy looks intimidating over on Area 10. We'll get there eventually. Let's see what you've got then. You are the last trainer before this final person here, so... You followed the meta, you just got bored when tried to play the meta tactics, so you used what you had. If it didn't beat content, just beat it later. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, you know. It's not a big deal if you don't beat it now, just beat it when you can. Not like anybody's timing you, you know. 2 Geodude. Oh, you, sir, are going to have a bad day. That's feint attack, whatever comes in after. It's fine. I'm glad Quick Claw didn't activate there. I mean, this is just going to KO both of them. Sturdy doesn't help you in Gen 3, Geodude. You gotta wait till Gen 5 before that shit will keep you alive from a Surf. Can you imagine if Sturdy worked like that from Gen 3, though? Holy cow. I would not be very happy most of the time with it. I'd be like, oh man, I gotta KO at a different time. But yeah, see, its attack and speed is pretty good, all things considered. And HP, I'm not even worried about. Defenses are okay. It's just the special attack, really, that I gotta shore up. And once I shore it up, it's like, okay, you know, we're done. Quillfish can just easy game the rest of the game with Rain Dance boosted, Mystic Water boosted, Helping Hand boosted Surfs. I don't even need the big three. I have Quillfish. I have a Pufferfish. Who needs Entei, Raikou, and Suicune? Raikou? I think it's Raikou, actually. Who needs them? I don't. Now, if Quillfish and Quagsire both had not been very good along with Croconaw, then I probably would have had to use Suicune, but I would not have liked it. So... And Umbreon's doing pretty good, too. Everybody's level 39. We're in good shape. Yeah, no one said you have to beat it on release, exactly. So, sir, I have a Quillfish. That's why I'm so outrageously strong. It knows what it's doing. So, all things considered, the game's content cycle was pretty empty. We're bored while playing, so you quit when the game stopped entertaining you. And as you should with games like that. You know, you shouldn't play them if they're not entertaining you anymore, so... Well, that's probably true, because Dakeem is a difficult Cypher admin. Like I said before, difficulty spike compared to what you had before. Most of the admins are higher leveled than pretty much all the goons you'd fight, and Dakeem is no exception. Although his highest level Pokemon is higher than ours, the rest of his are going to be a little lower than ours, especially after I EV train Quillfish's special attack up a little bit. But yeah, we'll be able to handle it. But for now, I'm going to go and rest at the foot of Mount Battle before we take on our next Cypher Administrator on the next episode of Pokémon Colosseum, the Stream Edition, which will be happening tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And I'll take some time tonight, and I'll just... or tomorrow morning or something, before the stream, basically, and I'll just take care of the getting the extra special attack EVs on Quillfish before we move along. I'll give him the Macho Brace, and we'll go from there. And when we come back, he'll be a house. Just an absolute house. Nothing will stop him. He'll be all the way up. Okay, so thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I will see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care. And have a good one. Turn towards the camera as well. Wait, 6 randos, 2 official peons, and an admin. What the fuck, Cypher? I thought you were competent terrorists. No, we gotta wait till Black and White 2 for competent terrorists. Oh boy. One of these days we'll get to that game. It's probably gonna be one of the last Pokemon games I play, if not the last one, but... we'll get there eventually.